The U.S. Colonial Marines. We get the job done. We'll never leave a man behind. We've got the best equipment. The best people. And we'll go to the furthest edges of the galaxy to show up and get shit done. It's not just the ships or the places you'll go or the enemies you'll defeat. It's the company you keep. The USCMC. We're there to...
Movement! Thorough. We have a... Just moving all over the place.
Oh boy. Hello folks. What's happening? How you doing?
Boy.
It's that time of night where everybody gets a little trigger happy, so to speak. And we're ready to play. And I think that the nerves, the energy, they're up. It's been a while since we've done the Frontier War, and it's been a while since I killed an alien. And,
have we killed any?
Well, yeah. I mean,
what?
in the beginning you did. Yeah, in the beginning.
My character doesn't believe in aliens.
You know what? That's okay. That's okay because they don't believe in you.
Oh.
I believe in you.
There's always a ray of light somewhere. Oh, the screens are a little messed up. Ryder is where Summers should be, and Summers is where Ryder should be. Let me just switch that.
I didn't do it.
It's my fault. It's fine.
I can explain.
That's fine.
Yeah,
you guys
Ryder,
are always
it's my turn in the
goofing
yes,
around.
yes.
It's totally fine. And
What?
Yeah. Okay, so listen.
I mean,
you got to tell me before you switch places, because if you're going to switch places like that, then I have to switch it back, and you know.
I mean, we're trying to practice bodyguarding here. So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh God, do we have two of you now?
Yes, God.
No,
Wait a second. Does Ryder have bodyguard now? Did you take
No.
bodyguard? Okay, phew.
Oh.
Well,
Only
I
to
mean,
protect his butt.
I would have taken a feat, but we were only allowed to spend them on
Yeah.
That's
skill
right.
points.
Yeah, up to a certain amount of experience points. So hey, let's do this. Are you guys all ready to start? Because I think we're ready to start.
I don't think we're going to be ready, but let's go anyway.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Cool. Good answer. Good answer. Survey says ding. All right, here we go. So, here we go. Previously on the Frontier War, on a very special Veterans Day Frontier War. Your service means everything. So thank you very much, veterans. Marines, after 2 missions, one to the jungle moon of O'Bannon's world and another to the airless moon of Grandi, your section has gotten involved in some, let's call a spade, some deep shit. But that's all part of the job. You faced off against UPP forces, insurgents, and horrific mutant and alien creatures, and through it all, you had each other. Until one of you was lost. Sergeant Grant McAuliffe fell to his death, tumbling into a pit of black goo, which horribly changed him before succumbing to total cellular disintegration.
You want to twist that knife a little harder there, Matt?
Sure. Here we go. You know, like that.
Just keep going. It's
Yeah.
great.
Mhm, yeah.
We're so good.
You made it off the moon after witnessing the destruction of Grandi Base and the USS Hela by forces unknown, and whatever was left was subjected to nuclear cleanup, shall we say, from forces aboard the Tambatam, coming to rescue you only hours later. You met your new team member, Lance Corporal Donal Patrick Kulhavy, who seems trained for field recon and stealth, which is surprising considering his size and shock of bright red hair framing his face. After a brief posthumous medal ceremony for your fallen comrade given by the Secretary of Defense, Dela Cruz, you all went into hypersleep, but were awakened early to find that the UPP were invading UA space. Your mission is now to come to the defense of the tropical world of Pandora in the GL849 system, where you are to retrieve 2 missing code breakers from the Gahalgud Scientific Institute on the Anisadora colony, one of several on that world. The problem is that Anisadora is under direct UPP attack, and the code breakers are nowhere to be found. Special forces have already been deployed to the world and are combing the beaches as well as the Morgan's Bluff spaceport for them to no avail thus far. Now, considering the enemy forces are verging on your position, you've also been instructed to set up a point defense phalanx particle beam weapon to help shoot down any and all projectiles being launched at the spaceport, and to help bolster its defenses in case of a full-on invasion force, which is most likely can happen in the very near future. All of this while colonists are rushing to leave the planet, and hopefully you won't miss the code breakers leaving in the hubbub. It's a classic find and hold op with no specifics on extraction, typical for this chicken shit outfit. But the regulators are anything but typical. As you entered Pandora space, you were made quite aware, somewhat dramatically, that you were not the first to arrive. As you've entered orbit in the middle of a battle, 3 UPP destroyers are facing off against the Conestoga-class USS Heinlein and a black bougainville attack transport called the USS Tunku Alang. The Tambatam rocks with hits and creaks as she makes strained maneuvers coming in out of hyperspace. And on the overhead, Mother intones, "Emergency, emergency. Orbital forces have now been engaged. Emergency. Orbital forces have now been engaged. All dropships must depart immediately." Marines, it's time to rock. So, here we go. Little space battle armies for you.
All right, fuckers, let's go.
The siren begins to go off. Large yellow lights begin to go off. This is the first time that your ship, with you on it at least, has been engaged directly in combat. So, with that, Marine forces are running everywhere. You see fighter jets, extra orbital fighter jets streaking past you. Some you sort of catch glimpses of the red star of the UPP on their wing flaps. Clearly, out of one of these portside windows, you're able to see these attack destroyers. Once again, I will show our wonderful audience the visual of what it is that you guys see. Let me just switch to the scene here. Give me 1 second.
We got a ship with a driver, or are we driving ourselves?
Well, that's a great question. It was never really thought of at this point, but let me just quickly show the handout and bring it up to size, and then switch you guys over. And there we go. That's what you guys see. Sort of these large orbital, sort of spherical ships are UPP destroyers. As you can see, there is already a UPP destroyer in direct orbital conflict with another of the Conestoga-class transports, or Conestoga-class frigates, similar to yours. That is the USS Heinlein. Yours has come in directly behind it, and you see just plasma fire arcing between the two ships, and just half a dozen or more fighter craft. Just are all streaking in between. Below, you see the tropical world of Pandora. At which point, you hear no longer hear Mother over the intercom. You hear the somewhat pointedly aggressive voice of your commander aboard, who is what's his name here? It was Lieutenant Colonel. I got his name here. Hold on. There we go. Hanrahan, that's his name. Lieutenant Colonel Mac Hanrahan, who's been, he's not usually the one to yell at you. That's Szymborski who usually does that. But you do hear Hanrahan say over the intercom, "Everybody, let's go! Get to your ships! Move out!" And I think you sort of take that as gospel that you guys got to get off ship and to your dropships as soon as humanly possible. So, with that said, you guys are not geared, so you have literally in real time 3 minutes. I'm going to give each of you guys a choice of 3 weapons and 2 pieces of gear besides your armor that you will take with you down to the planet. 3 at most weapons. So let's start with Masters. Go.
Jesus. Okay. Betsy, obviously, coming with me.
Rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher, check. My NG S23 assault rifle.
That's 2.
And my combat knife.
3. Good. 2
That's
pieces
my
of gear
weapon.
that you can take with you.
Is that included, like, with Betsy, do I get her ammo?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Then gear, I'm assuming not including the tiny items that are always on
That's
me.
correct.
All right, then I'm taking my maintenance jack and my sentry gun remote op.
Fantastic. Keep those in mind. Groose, you're on to you. 3 weapons, 2 pieces of gear. Go.
All right. Bolt gun, pulse rifle, mechanical cutting torch.
Those
All
3 weapons? Yep.
Maintenance jack and electronic tools.
Done. Kulhavy, onto you. 3 weapons, 2 pieces of gear.
So do we have any of the harpoon guns left from the last mission?
You do.
Great. Harpoon gun, the grappling pistol, and the cutting torch.
Done. 2 pieces of gear.
Yes, can I take a suppressed pup and a non-suppressed pup?
Yes, you can. Because of who you
Did
are.
they work underwater?
Yes, they do. I will say
Great.
that they do.
Oh, I'm
Summers.
assuming we get our armor, yeah.
Yes, armor, I said exactly. Yes, Summers, to 3 weapons at most and 2 pieces of gear. Go.
Smart gun, incinerator, entrenching tool.
Okay, I will switch. By the way, Summers and Ryder are switched here as well for some reason. Okay, keep going. Yep.
Tools, going to take the motion tracker and a med kit.
Okay, very cool. Thank you. And finally, Ryder. 3 weapons, 2 pieces of gear.
My only weapon being the suppressed M4 to a scope rifle
Okay.
with piercing rounds.
This time you grab the right ammo.
Nice.
Armor piercing rounds, you got it.
How the fuck did I mess that up?
That's right. Live and learn.
As far as equipment goes, you said 3, right?
Yes, 2 pieces of gear and 3 weapons.
Well, I'm only carrying the 1 weapon.
That's
so.
fine. So you can pick 3 pieces of gear because you're only carrying 1 weapon.
You know what? Grappling gun and the
Technically, a
spiny-
rapid gun is a weapon, but that's okay. We'll consider a piece of gear.
The Samani E series watch
Sure. Technically, that's a tiny item as well, but that's fine.
and
I
a
can chuck
gillis
him
tube.
like a pistol. Is that allowed?
Pistol is a weapon.
Can I chuck him?
Yeah, he could take. Yeah, he could take one of your pistols. So Summers grabs. He tosses you a pistol, Ryder.
Yeah.
All right.
Service pistol.
Yeah, service pistol. Cool. So
Okay.
just notate that down in case you guys do get into combat, which is very likely considering where you are. You guys rush through the hallways. The 5 of you, all with hand-to-hand, just blaring over the speakers. The dropship is ready for you. The pilot is ready for you to drop down. And you guys get in, you strap in. The APC is rolled into the bay. And down you go.
Oh, we are being LJ. Awesome.
Oh yeah, LJ's coming with you. And as you streak through to the planet, the sounds of the space battle overhead diminish into nothing as you enter the atmosphere. Okay. Exciting enough for you folks?
I'm just trying really hard to like actually do my inventory and encumbrance with how fast that went.
I appreciate that. We will all breathe and relax.
On it.
It's okay. As you fly through the atmosphere, arcs of plasma fire at your ship. So I want each of you, although you started with 0 stress, I want each of you to start actually instead of with 0 stress, but with 1 stress point.
Oh, I'm up to 3 because I was stressed out already.
Because we did a bunch of stuff on the
That's
ship,
true.
so.
You did, in fact.
2
So
stress.
Yep.
Real quick, what is the weight of that assault rifle that I took with me? Is that 1?
I think it's 1.
Or like half?
No, it's definitely not half. It's definitely probably 1.
Okay, it's a... Well, no, because my rocket launcher is 1.
You talking about the heavy pulse rifle?
I'm talking about the NGS-23 assault rifle that I
It
got
should
off the
be
Russian
in
thing.
the weapons
In
table.
weapons.
Pretty sure it's 1.
Okay, let me check.
Where's
I was
the
looking in both
harpoon gun?
books and I couldn't find it.
If you go into other
Oh,
weapons,
yeah,
go
it's
into
2,
other
it's
weapons.
It's at the bottom of the weapons column.
Thank you.
Super.
Or,
Thank you, guys.
The assault rifle.
Yeah.
It's weight 1. It's weight 1. Sorry.
Thank
I
you.
thought so. Okay. So immediately after your drop ship lets down on the planet, it enables the bottom plate to sort of lever down, and LJ is able to drive out onto the primary landing pad. In doing so, you now see a couple of things that is actually kind of important. Let me just check something here.
Oh boy.
We see an alien.
LJ cannot drive on these thin roads. Holy moly.
1 second here. So the primary landing pad is pretty enormous, actually, that being said. Let me see why you guys are not on the right map. Because you guys are... Oh, no, you guys are on the right map.
We're on the landing pad.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Well, at least I am.
No, you all should be, actually, on the landing. Let me just rejoin as player so that you guys can all see without spoiling anything. But the Morgan's Bluff spaceport, where you guys have all landed, and the dropship just flies away almost immediately after dropping you guys at the spaceport. As it flies away toward where all of these sounds and lights and explosions are happening, the beach of the further to the, probably to the east from you, maybe 10 miles from your position, where there is clearly a massive battle ongoing. You see missiles streaking through the air, fighter jets streaking to and fro, and the sound of heavy cannon fire. It could very well be that the UPP has aerial fighters in the area, as well as the USCMC, clearly. But they could also have land vehicles and or naval artillery in the area too. You're not quite sure. What you are sure about is that there are, as you land on the base, there are hundreds of people here. Yeah, you see sort of like a milling, somewhat angry crowd of people who I'm not representing here, obviously, as I would have to have like hundreds and hundreds of people listed here. But as you sort of deploy out of the APC, you see that there are hundreds of citizens all waiting for their turn to be sort of shoved into awaiting transports. There are probably 2 or 3 of them, and you do happen to see that there are military personnel, USCMC personnel. They don't wear your kind of gear, though. you are immediately, Masters, Groose, Summers, Rhyder, are immediately aware that these individuals are wearing black armor.
Oh boy.
Fuck these fuckers.
And they are sort of immediately like assessing, and they're like, they have these sort of strange green camos, machine units that they are sort of scanning people with, and herding people into the transports, going, all right, take your time, Jesus Christ, why don't you just move your fucking ass? And then stop, hold, scans, you hear boop, all right, go. And like the citizens are like, thank you, and they are just freaking out and moving inside the transports.
Are they denying anyone entry?
No, they're not.
Okay.
All right, regulators, we're here. You know what we're here to do? I'm new at this leadership thing, so I'm not going to give you very many orders. I'm just going to give you 2, all right? First order of business. Do not fucking die on me. I will kill you if you die. I know that sounds redundant, but I will find a fucking way. Do not tempt me. I'm not the leader that McAuliffe was, but you guys are going to live. Period. End of story. Second order of business. You see something, anything that needs attention, you have an instinct, you have a gut feeling, say something. Because we need to survive, all of us together, and if we do not communicate, we will die. Is that clear?
Sounds good, boss.
Absolutely.
Before we move out,
When he says, if you die, I will kill you, you see Masters crack like half a smile.
as we move out, Kulhavy? Yeah, Kulhavy. Sorry, it's gonna take a minute to get used to your. It's gonna take a minute to get used to your name. Kulhavy, Rhyder. Keep an eye out for our suspects. Masters, Summers, you carry the thing. We'll get to the spaceport. These guys look like they got it, so let's get the fuck out of their way and keep on going.
Point of clarification, you guys are at the spaceport itself already. Clearly, because everybody's, getting into the transports and trying to get the hell out of Dodge.
So the gun that we're setting up is something that we brought with us?
That is correct. It is a phalanx particle beam. It's about 14, 15 feet long, solid metal with a variety of parts that have to be assembled and put together, so to speak, and then powered up. And it's an autonomous unit that is able to track in the same way that smart guns are able to track by motion and lock on to targets. For, this particular phalanx particle beam weapon is able to track artillery, missiles, etc., and shoot them out of the sky.
Is there
I'm helping offload that fucker off of this ship.
You will need help. This thing is about 800 pounds.
I said I'm helping.
That's why I put the 2 strongest people on that job.
Fair. Yeah, it's a 2-person deal.
And as far as where we're setting it up, can I make Rhyder, find me a place to set this up, or Kulhavy, either one of you.
Cool.
Be my eyes. Find me a place.
Throw the pup up in the air, start using the data transmitter to sort of key it in and find the best. What is the best height for widest range of observation? Great
question. You do not see a whole lot of topological difference in terms of height where you are currently standing. You look around at the spaceport, and I'm going to sort of zoom out a little bit so that people can see a little bit more as what you guys can see. The spaceport is quite wide. It's maybe a mile wide by a mile long, and you guys are here at the main landing pad. There is another landing pad to the south. You look out to the east, and you see that there's an immense sort of drop-off. There's just like a cliff that ends in miles of jungle to the east, which then ends in the beach where all the action is happening. So there's the main landing pad, the cliff, which is, like you can see a little bit of it here, over here to the right, the smaller landing pad to the south of you, and then farther to the east, which is, sir not appearing in this film, the landing area for all of the beach activity, shall we say.
Well,
Now-
in terms of the west area,
Good question. Let's talk about the other things that are here happening on the spaceport. You do see that there is a trio of rather large sort of cylindrical buildings over here to the west. You also see that there is another building here to the northwest of your position. There is a large wall, about 15 feet high, that separates the landing area from the rest of you, and there's a road that drives through it a little bit southwest of your position. That you were estimate that LJ could get it through there no problem, actually. Beyond that wall, you do see the largest building in this entire area, which is right over here. And that seems to be a tower of some kind. Not quite sure. You see sort of glass all around in all areas of it. It looks kind of like an air traffic controller tower. And then there are smaller buildings here to the west as well. Here, here, and here.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel like this little like flat parking area right here might be a good place for this gun to go.
It's either that or I think there's a roof here or
I don't want to carry this thing up the fucking stairs, man, and that's pretty close. We can load it in LJ, drive it over, and set it up.
Plus, if they bomb the thing, we don't want to lose any of the communication towers or important
That's
buildings
also
either.
true.
Yep.
See, this is why
But,
this is why I asked for suggestions. All right.
But like we put it here.
Tactically speaking, boss, your best spot's right over there.
It's also guarding the 2 landing pads, and all these civs can get out. Like that seems. We need to make sure that it's looking out over everyone trying to escape this place.
So as you guys are discussing, where to put this thing, a strange vehicle, well, not so strange to all of you, you've seen it before, sort of drives in from the west through the main gates, and it's accompanied by 3 of these black guarded or black suited guards, these commandos, and it is a well, you remember what these things look like. They are the hover treads. You remember one when your erstwhile friend,
when not Kent loaned it to us.
yeah, it was Ken Ishigara.
Kent 2.
Kent number 2. Ken Ishigara, that's right. So here we go. On top of, there it is. There is a, there we go. So there's this thing. A couple of these black suited guys.
Fuckers.
Exactly. And then out of the top of this this hover tread, the hatch pops open, and a female soldier wearing this black armor sort of clambers over the top and looks over at you and says, "Oh, great. More of you. Great. Hey. Soldiers. Marines. Fall in."
Acknowledged. All right.
I give her kind of a half-hearted salute and then just stand there.
I look to Groose.
Come on over, guys.
right?
Let's
All right.
hear her out at least. What's up? What do we got? What's the situation?
She looks over at you and she says, "I'm First Sergeant Armitage Sachs." Now you guys have encountered these black-suited folks before. You recognize the armor as that of the Blackguard soldiers who attacked you on the moon of Grandy. And she wastes no time in saying, "All right, so I guess Brass was dumb enough to send you guys here. What are you guys here for?"
Well, First Sergeant, we're here to set up a defense turret, and we're here to find 2 people of interest. So we'll take care of that. We'll stay out of your hair.
Oh, yeah, you better not. I really, yeah. You guys, listen, you get in my way, you're gonna get stomped. I don't need this shit. I really don't. Okay? I have enough trouble with these fucking idiots. And she, like, gestures to the thousands, almost, of people that are clustered around the transports. And she says, "Now listen, I think you know what we're looking for, and we're looking for him too. We know you're looking for him too, so listen. Just appreciate if you would give us a hand finding these two morons. And we'll take care of it from our end if you take care of it on yours. Now, just check in with the civvies at the ATTC, and she gestures to the tower. That big glass-topped tower, yeah. And she says, as far as I'm aware, my orders are my orders. Your orders are your own, so just don't step on my toes, and my people won't step on yours.
You got it, First Sergeant. You have a good day. And Groose will step away.
Okay.
Head towards the building.
Okay.
Wait, is it the building up there or the building that's down here?
So again,
Yeah,
I'm going to zoom out a little bit for the folks at home and show.
It's this one.
It is that building. That is correct.
Okay, cool.
That's the
Can we
building.
drive LJ over there?
You sure can try. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like, these roads look a little small. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the roads are small.
I will resize LJ. LJ.
Okay, we're all
LJMC.
It's non-proportional.
So we'll get over there, but I think we're gonna stop and set up the thing first before we go in, just in case.
As we're preparing to board LJ, I'm gonna look over at her and be like, "Hey, Army. These civs, man, it ain't their fault. They didn't ask for this shit. Be a little bit nicer, right? You were a person once. So was I."
Oh.
She looks over at you, Sax. She looks over at you and she says, "I was never a person like you. Just mind your fucking business."
Yeah, that's right. You probably weren't. And then I'm gonna go help load the gun onto LJ.
Okay. You sort of like shove it on top, so it's basically on top of the APC at this point.
Yo, I'm just gonna look over at Groose. What's the likely chance those guys are gonna be a major pain in the ass?
Probably huge. Just keep your eyes open. Kulhavy,
Sorry.
you haven't been fully briefed on these guys, but anything in black armor, you keep an eye on them. Because they fucked us over in the past. So be on your toes around them, alright?
Okay.
And with that, I'm assuming with that we get Summers? I'm assuming you're helping Masters, right?
That's right.
Ah, cool. Let's get over there and set that thing up. Then we'll
Alright.
get to that tower.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move you guys there, assuming that you guys have no other recourse than you want to just head right to the ATTC, I should say.
Oh, we were going to stop here, set up the gun, and then we're going to go over there.
Oh, okay. You note that when you set up the gun in the loading area, that there's a whole bunch of pieces to this gun. You realize that you're gonna have to set it up next to somewhere that has power, because it is a
Great.
particle beam, right? It's not. It
no
doesn't.
power here?
There's no power in the loading area.
You know
You're
what?
gonna need to find some place that has power.
We got
here?
another little strip over here. I'm assuming they have power in these buildings, so we could probably run something from there to there.
Agreed, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Just back up, beep, 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 and go that way.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back up, and then let's go this way, right?
Yeah, I mean, the area that you're in right now is sort of just like an asphalt paving zone. You do now notice that as you drive LJ into the area where Kulhavy is right now, actually, that there
Well, that's where we just were.
Yeah, where you just were. yeah.
Okay.
I'm just describing the area to you.
Okay.
That there are 6 power loaders that are actually sort of
Stay in line.
autonomous. They're autonomous. They are they're what's it called? They are unpiloted.
Unmanned?
Yeah, they're unmanned. They're actually sort of like being used to work to move sort of cargo. You assume that these just giant boxes of cargo along a system of conveyor belts that are going to and from these transport starships. But right now, there's no one there.
This is a long shot, but can I figure out how those things are being controlled?
You could make a comtech roll, but it will be a relatively difficult one.
It can be a difficult one.
bad.
I'm gonna. I want to know, so I'm gonna try, even if I fail. Comtech, no successes. I have no fucking idea.
Unfortunately. Push the
you're
roll,
looking at it wrong.
masters.
You got to look at it like this.
My contact skill is not high enough to make it worth it. I'm just gonna look at it and be like, that is really fucking cool, and I gotta figure out how that works.
May I
Matt,
also
I
contact?
pushed a button and I screwed up. I did a thing.
And I will slowly walk behind the.
I don't want
walk.
to mansplain anything on here. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm
shit.
sorry.
Well,
but-
you may or may not because you panicked, motherfucker.
It's fine. I'll change the zoom around.
Also, Matt, you might want Pat, you might want to turn up your volume or something.
Oh, is it doing that thing again? Here, I'll try and lean this way.
It's a little low. That's fine.
Sorry.
Stop pushing buttons.
I'm sorry. It was the enter button on my keypad on the
Why would
right-hand
you make
side.
the enter button turning off zoom?
I don't know why I did that. It just did
We'll
it.
make
That's
a panic roll.
50 DKP minus. Sorry. Sorry.
Many ads.
Panic of
Oh,
4.
aliens.
But this is actually covered in my new combat class. I can control these guys.
Oh,
Yep.
sweet.
I made a note and everything.
Oh,
It's
Wait,
like I can remote
idea.
control dropships and APCs. Go on.
Okay. So
Those are power loaders.
they are power loaders, yes. Somewhat
But
different.
if they're remote controlled,
They're not remote controlled, they're autonomous. They're kind of like robots, essentially, right?
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I'm the one carrying a sentry gun remote op, so.
All right.
great.
So, you guys head over to what seems to be this area here. As you do so, the sounds of the somewhat angry crowd sort of get a little bit less, as do the sounds of the battle. Still audible, obviously. But where you are currently, as you drive LJ over here, seems to be some kind of a vehicle depot. You see that there are 2 of those hover treads here, actually. So I'm just going to sort of copy paste this here. So there's 2 of them here.
Those can go over water, yeah.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. Hover
Anyway,
treads do so.
How many people did they carry? 2?
Yes, I think this has a. I will double check on the actual.
That'd be very inconvenient.
Let's
It's
check.
like one
Here we
person
go.
has to.
That's
Yeah.
that's literally why I asked.
The vehicle, known as the light infantry vehicle. Here we go. It is an MX-11A1.
Next one is
Yeah.
probably
I
I don't
another.
see that on my line.
It's on.
Probably-
It's under the Colonial Marinas. MX-11A1. There we go. It is
There's three passengers each.
cool.
Light infantry,
Nice.
MX-11A1, light infantry vehicle, 3 passengers.
Beautiful
Yep.
things.
So 2's enough for the team.
Sweet. All right.
So you
All
see
right.
2 of those over there, and in between, you do also happen to see between these 2 vehicles anyway, you do happen to see one of these black-suited soldiers, sort of with a very, very large pulse rifle, clearly a make that you haven't seen yet. And he's just sort of looking left and right. And as the APC comes in and drives through and lets you guys off, he sort of like gives you one of these. You can't really see his face because it's behind this sort of black set of goggles. But you can see like the lower part of his face, square jaw, scars.
Just Goose goes over. It's like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing?
Hope you don't mind if I just clear away the drawing here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Masters just squares up behind Groose with her hands on Betsy.
Oops. Wrong one. All right. Beautiful. Yeah. He says, what are you guys doing here?
You're here to set up this gun and nobody driving these things, yeah?
He says, yeah, you're not gonna be able to set that up here. You're gonna need to go to the power station.
The hell's the power station then?
He He points to the building about northwest of you, like over here.
So literally, we're going like where are we gonna? Where I was thinking about setting it up over here on that roof, but I mean, right there. So
He says, "Listen, you can set it up over maybe, I don't know, between ship services and the power station, but over here, I doubt very highly that you're going to be able to set it up because you're going to need to jack that thing into the power."
all right. Oh, what was your name?
Power. There's no power over here?
He says it's hardwired into the buildings, but if you're going to want something like that powered up, you're going to need to hook it into the power station's receptacles.
Jesus. All right. Well, you heard him. We're gonna take these if you don't mind, huh?
Take what?
So I point at the two hovercrafts.
He says, "You got a car. Drive it."
Well, I mean, no, you don't. Yeah, it's cute. No, we're taking those.
No,
No,
you're not.
name and rank, soldier.
Who the hell are you?
First Sergeant Duke Gregory. You?
First Sergeant. Interesting. My name is Corporal George A.W. And he's like, says it really slowly. He says, George A.W. Bayonet.
Wish I knew. Is there a bird? What is the insight check in this game? Observation. Is this motherfucker full of shit?
Sure.
Why?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see it.
Why doing as well?
Yeah.
Single success.
Yeah, both you, Ryders, and Summers, and Masters, all three of you, you all sort of see the same thing, right? Just in the lower half of his face. This guy hates you. There's something wrong with you guys. He just does not like you. He may not have necessarily jurisdiction, or maybe he does over these things, or maybe he was told to keep these particular vehicles for some other purpose, but he's not having it with you guys.
I'm gonna look over and be like, "Hey, buddy, I get it. You don't like us, and we don't.
I'm
like
not
you,
your
but
buddy.
But rank is rank, and my friend here wins."
Yeah, I'm sorry, but my rank is my rank, and your rank is your rank.
Do I?
It's I kind of like let
know
my
if you outrank
hand
him.
slide down Betsy, and I go, "Yeah, I guess it is."
I got orders from Sax. When Sax tells me what to do, I do it.
All right. Look, we just talked with Sax.
Sure
told
you
us to
did.
do what we need
Pull
to-
the other one and get the fuck out of here and go to your power station.
All right. You know what? I've had it with your fucking attitude. I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out of my face and go talk to Sax because we already talked to her. We need to get this done right fucking now.
He slings the
And I would
gun.
like to-
He slings the gun over his shoulder and he pulls out and cocks the grenade launcher under it.
I would like to make a
Oh.
command roll, please.
You like to make a what roll?
Command?
Yeah, command roll. Go for it.
It's the please that makes it so beautiful.
If he fails, I'm shooting this motherfucker.
Be my
Okay.
guest.
Yep. Same
Oh
here.
God. There's,
Hey,
here we go.
Ryan's like, guys.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. He's going to make a.
Should I push that?
It's up to you. You want to push it? You can push it.
I feel,
Push it real good.
I feel like we need to at this point.
That's up to you, man. It's your stress level.
I get. Yeah, no, I'm doing it.
Okay.
There you go. Better.
Yeah.
Panic, but I get 2 less, so panic roll. Here we go.
Yeah.
6,
Fine.
4.
Yeah. So two items, 2 successes there.
Vein popping out of Groose's head.
You should know who I am. And he's going to make a manipulation roll, which I doubt he will do very well on.
All 3 success.
I'm going to give him a +1 modifier because he does not give a fuck.
It's true. Fair.
See, I have that in common.
Oops, I messed up there. Hold on.
Uh.
It's just, I had +1. My bad. Hold on. Let's try that again. There you go. It is what it is. He looks at you and he, what is the command? What is your specific command?
Get the fuck out of my face. Go talk to Sax. We already talked to her. We're gonna stay out of your hair. We're gonna need what we need to do and get the job done.
That was like a lot of commands.
Okay. So.
I would get the fuck out of my face.
Concisely,
Get the fuck out of my face, yeah.
get the fuck out of my way. We're taking these. Fuck off.
You see his finger like do one of these. He's like, and then you hear as he flicks the safety on, and he starts to walk backwards, like keeping the muzzle of the gun pointed at the ground at your feet, and then walks through, and then you no longer see him.
I get that we're trying to do our job and all that, but doing that kind of shit is a little reckless.
Yeah, those black-suited motherfuckers have no regard for us. Why should we have any regard for them?
I think they're fucking trying to sabotage us. Like, seriously. Anyway.
Why would they want to do that, though, boss?
I don't know. They're... I'll fill you in as we're going. Just jump in. You're with me.
Yeah, welcome to the regulators, new kid.
Yeah, really. Summers, Masters, you take one of these, and then the three of us will jump on the other one.
All right.
Yeah.
I just jumped in one.
And then,
back here, I'm under it, but there we go.
I'm assuming we're just going to throw the gun onto one of these things on the front of it, and then drive it over to the spot, set it up, and then we'll come back down here to talk to the other people.
Okay.
Because getting that gun set up is probably first priority. Because
sorry, I messed up his name. His name is not Bayonet. His name is George Kama. Kama.
Comma. I feel like we've heard that name before.
I don't know. Have you?
Have we?
Protection.
I don't believe so.
Bayonet is not part of his name, or his last name is Bayonet?
No, I messed up his name. His name is not Bayonet at all. His name is George A.W. Kama. Kama. Corporal
Anyway.
Kama.
I'm just making lists of the names of the assholes.
Yeah, really.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let's drive this gun up here, get this shit set up.
Yep.
Alrighty, so you guys move onto these vehicles. You pilot them where?
I'm
we're going.
guessing like here?
Yeah, right there.
All right.
That's where we're gonna set it up. He said it's like okay.
Cool. Just
Also,
note that
vehicle on the road so the gun can go like in the little nook.
That's fine. The building that you were told to go to, the ATCC, the Air Traffic Control Center, is directly south of you.
Yeah. So
yeah, we'll go back. We got some guns to deal with.
right.
Okay.
So as we're driving and in the process of setting this thing up, Groose will take Kulhavy aside and start explaining, like, so this is the situation with these black armored motherfuckers. Every time we've encountered some fucking bullshit, they've been there. Some alien stuff. There's been like they tried to kill us.
What do you mean alien stuff, boss?
So glad I'm not on that transport. I might just I might kill him.
He just
Like-
like
Little green men that say ack, ack, ack?
no, like horrible mutants, like things that used to be human that like got this black gunk on them and they turn into like, you ever seen a third arm grow out of a man's back before? Kind of like that shit.
Jesus God.
Yeah, and it's
I just shoot
it's
things. I'm not a
real
scientist.
bad.
Okay.
So if you see anything that looks remotely fucking funny, that's not a human, probably shoot it, okay?
What if it's like a cute little bird?
No, fair. Okay, shoot anything that looks like it'll kill you. How's that?
That I could do.
Okay.
I appreciate that, boss. By the way, there's a really good speech back there. You're good at command. I like your style. You're funny. I like you. You can stay. What are you talking about? I'm not funny. I just calls him as I sees him. I'm supposed to see him and call him.
All right. Don't talk anymore. You're gonna make it work. Just stay there. You're good.
What
All
do
right.
you mean? We're not talking? I'm confused.
It's okay. Just look pretty.
What's a dump stat, boss?
oh no. Oh no.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So I'm assuming we'll get there, and then do we got to set this like heavy machinery this thing up, or is it just like push a button? It's like
No, unfortunately, you will have to set it up. So the way that these it takes a full turn All right, so we're talking about 10, 15 minutes to set it up.
Okay, well.
With everybody working on it to set it up.
So
All right.
we got a full team. Let's set this thing up and get into that other
Get
base.
shit done.
Just lifting shit.
Time to do.
All
Yeah,
right.
Groose is just setting up the wires and connecting all the things and just.
So, according to my notes, yeah. So, the actual particle beam phalanx will need to be set up with a successful heavy machinery roll to tap into the
Right.
spaceport's power grid. If you don't succeed on this particular heavy machinery roll, it will take another turn before someone can do it again.
All right. Well,
So, choose wisely.
I'm at a +6. What are you at, Groose?
I got what is the main actually bolt gun is bolt gun is +2? Question mark?
That's if you're using the bolt gun.
Okay, well, maintenance jack is still plus something.
Maintenance jack is +1. I have one of those also. So with the maintenance jack, I'm +7.
Yeah. That same here.
All right.
Same.
Question. Does this count as a heavy weapon for the heavy weapons talent?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Good question. This is an
Yeah, that's
artillery
fine.
weapon.
Yeah.
All
All right, Groose,
All right.
it's me or you, but you're in command, so take it if you want.
All right. Let me give it the first shot. If I fuck it up, you go for it. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Here we go.
So
with
10
Buzz.
minutes pass. You guys watch Groose. He sweats. Add +1 stress, by the way, Groose, because you're you're doing this under duress to some degree because there's people, there's noises, you're clearly under potential threat of attack. Kulhavy, I'm assuming that you join the rest of your group.
Yep.
Okay, just
All right.
making sure.
Here we go. Phew. Oh.
One success.
Whew.
Okay. So,
boy.
Groose, after 10 minutes, you're able to... And you watch as the enormously long barrel of this artillery weapon sort of lights up. And you see that it sort of thrums with energy. And just in time as well, because over the horizon of the darkening day, as the sun sets strangely in the east on this planet, not in the west.
Weird.
You are just almost maybe a minute or two after you guys finish setting up this this heavy artillery weapon. You see that there are streaks in the sky, like gray, cloudy streaks, and from the military base, actually, the crowd actually begins to actually freak out. And you hear them sort of like, as like
Shit, what the fuck?
3 gray clouds are clearly heading towards the base.
You know what? I'm gonna take a look at those clouds, like with my sniper. Real
Absolutely, those clouds are very much not clouds, and the air siren goes. Ooh.
Quick. Guys, we got a situation.
I mean, that's what we got this thing for. Hopefully, just like he looks at the machine. Come on.
Yeah, you see the
big,
machine.
come on.
Yeah, you take a stress. I want everybody to take a stress because clearly missiles. Yeah, here, come on. You hit it. You just see like a targeting reticle on the particle beam weapon. And it says acquiring targets, and like the front end of the cannon goes, and you see the front area of the particle cannon begin to sort of like glow white, and then you see this thing just fire an enormous, like ear-shattering blast of energy, and you watch as the rocket is hit directly and explodes into a million pieces. You hear like a cheer go up from the crowd, like, ah, but they're still freaking out. And then the particle beam cannon moves to its second target, and the rockets are getting closer to the base. And you see, again, on the main reticle, it says, acquiring target number 2. And it moves a little bit, like maybe 6 or 7 degrees to the east. And again, you hear the pulse cannon power up and fire. And this one streaks, and you think it's gonna miss it, but the bolt of plasma energy hits the rocket and straight on blows it up. And then the third one comes in, and the rocket is maybe like 100 meters from the base. And I want one of you, and only one of you, to make a roll that's going to make this thing either blow it up or hit the base. So choose the person, and then I'll tell you what roll to make.
Hasn't got the roll
6.
yet.
I kind of think it needs. It's civilians. It's me.
Might be empathy.
Okay. Masters, I would like
Okay.
you to make a Comtech roll.
Alright. Could be worse. All right.
Roll your panic, and I doubt it's going to do anything to it because not a 10 or above, obviously. 6, totally fine.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. You punch a couple of quick commands into the particle beam, which makes it go a little bit more on target. You watch as the thing, the target reticle, catches the missile directly on, and you watch as it fires just like 50 meters, and then that pulse beam hits the rocket just as it explodes over the loading area where those power loaders were. The crowd begins to sort of quiet down, but you do see them moving a lot faster onto those transports. That's for sure.
Great
Just
shot,
pull out a fist
Masters.
pull out a fist to Masters. Just
Okay.
I'll offer the bump back.
And just Groose will just like pat Masters on the back. Great job. That was a great shot.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
This shit.
we got this thing set up. Let's get out of here and let's go to the end of that tower, huh?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's get the fuck off this planet.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me twice. All right, everybody, settle up. Let's go. Well, actually, I guess we could walk.
You certainly could. Yeah, you could walk right over there. Take about 5 minutes just to walk over to the ATCC.
Oh, and if it wasn't habit already, you know, obviously LJ is locked and locked down.
Yeah.
I would like all of you to make, as you're just walking through, and there are people, right? This is not a dead planet. There are dozens, if not hundreds of people that you're wading through. I would like all of you to make observation rolls, please.
Okay, everybody.
Wow.
Oop, gotta panic.
Nope.
Roll that panic, Masters. You're fine.
Good to go. But 2 successes.
Let's see who got. Groose got 2 successes. Summers got 2 successes. Masters got 2 successes. Kulhavy, for a forward observer, you know,
A lot of zeros.
that's
Just
true.
like, what the fuck are these aliens?
That's good.
What do you mean there's fucking aliens?
Yeah,
That's
for real.
kind of funny, actually. I like it.
You do notice that there's a lot of civilians here and not a whole lot of people who really know what the hell is going on. Beyond the black-suited Marines, you do happen to also see that there are security guards. But these are sort of, your typical run-of-the-mill, possible day job security guards. They clearly don't have a whole lot of oomph going for them. They're just like, please don't rush. Please take your time. Don't push, please.
Ineffectual.
How about that missile attack? That was awesome, right?
Oh,
My cat
man.
just threw a knife at me.
My God, they're learning.
And then she threw... What are you doing, crazy? Throwing shit everywhere.
Are you sure that's not a Tabaxi Rogue that you have in there?
I might.
By the way, we have a friendly face in chat. We have Jasper Nielsen Syrian. Hello, Jasper.
Yes.
Don't worry,
There he
Jasper.
is.
Whatever happens. I'm sure we'll make it work. It'll be super fun. And by the way, amazing work on this. One of your
Glorious map.
great maps. So we'll move forward. Absolutely.
We love you, Jasper.
We love Jasper. Okay, so you guys, I would assume, move to the
Okay, so
to the tower.
I've seen civilians, I've seen security guards, and a couple of the black suits.
That's
I
correct.
would like to use one of my observation stunts for are the black suits coming for me?
When are they not?
But
You
specifically right now in this moment, are they coming for me
No.
or are they unconcerned with me?
They
Okay.
at this point in time, although go ask Corporal Kama, you may get a different response. But at this point in time, they are not. They do not seem to be coming for you now.
Okay. All right.
You do see
Hey,
that there are
Matt.
lots of surveillance cameras that are sort of at various points across the spaceport. Some of them are on top of walls. You see them sort of scanning the area as well.
I need a stunt to also see how to get in to
Sure,
this whole place.
absolutely.
Where's the door?
Don't worry. The door is. I mean, there's several doors. There's like one on the
namely-
north side. There's one on the south side.
Mainly up to the tower, I think.
The tower, Rapunzel.
Hold on,
sorry.
grappling hook.
Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Yeah. The tower is large, right? It's about 70 or 80 feet. Steel and glass enclosure. To answer your question, Summers, the ways in to the spaceport, obviously flying in, dropping at the landing pads. You also notice there's a checkpoint, right? There's a road here to the west. There's a small building that is there's a relatively small metal fence around almost the entire spaceport before the jungle, which is clearly far to the west and far to the east, which you're all noticing surrounds the spaceport. Jungle and just oceans, obviously, as you flew in. That seems to be the only way in, is this checkpoint. You look sort of like to the north. The wall extends pretty much as far as the eye can see. You also happen to notice directly to the north of these rather cylindrical buildings here, that there are a couple of buildings here, which are, let me actually just sort of draw lines to them because it's easier. From here to like up past the cylindrical buildings up here to the north. And past those buildings, there seems to be some kind of a freshwater pond.
Oh dear.
And in that pond of water, you do happen to see that there are a couple of strange sort of spherical objects tethered by lines or tubes to this building here to the north.
Fun. Maybe.
All right.
Possibly.
Well, let's get in this tower and see what the fuck we can find out. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta talk to somebody. Go to the tower. They didn't say who to talk to, but all right.
Indeed.
Backing up one. Alright. Might
Lead
as
the
well
way,
take
boss.
point.
Yeah.
Might as well take point.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in there.
Okay.
Boom. Goose is here.
Behind with massive gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just like over my shoulders, like three people. They're like a foot taller than me. It's like, yeah.
So you climb this like 4-story building, and you see that there are panoramic windows all around as you reach the top, which provide a view of the entire spaceport and over across the landing pads. And you still see that there's quite a lot of people on those landing pads. As you enter the tower, the first floor, you sort of nod to one of the civilians who's packing up their shit, like just shoving entire desk drawers worth of files and materials and personal belongings into bags. And you see...
I look at that civ and I was like, only take what really matters. Get the fuck out of here as fast as you can.
She looks over at you and she says, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, that's too much. Get the fuck out.
Who are you?
Someone who wants to save your ass. Go.
Okay.
Transports can only hold so many.
All right. She just grabs both bags and just hurries out through the lobby. And before she goes, she pushes a button on her desk and she says, Carrie, I'm leaving. I gotta go. I gotta go. They're gonna leave without me. And you hear a voice on the pad come, and she says, a female voice, and she says, "It's okay, Rita. Just go. Take what you gotta go. I'm here. It's fine." And then, and this woman, who's been called Rita, it seems, grabs her bags and says, "Take care of yourself, please." And then she runs out the door. You do happen to notice that, sort of left haphazardly, inside an open storage locker, are a couple of sort of items just open, like the locker itself is open, just hanging open, and you see a couple of keys. You see there's a door in the back that says security, and another door that says armory.
Want her to grab some keys?
Yeah, definitely. Grab those.
Hey, Kulhavy.
Who's
Sir.
grabbing those, just to clarify? Ryder, you?
Sure.
Grab them.
Are you good with electronics?
I'm decent, boss.
Okay.
What
Anybody
do you
else?
need?
No, nobody. All right.
I mean, like, I can do what I gotta, but, you know, you've seen
All
about
right.
the gist.
So, Masters, Summers, you got. Well, I mean, you got the keys, right, Ryder, for the armory. Are these keys, or is this like a room that we're seeing? Sorry.
You see in the main lobby, there's like a security locker that's open. You see like some keys inside, and then there's two doors off the main lobby. One that says armory, one that says security.
Okay. So,
Security is probably going to be really fucking helpful. I mean, we all know I want to go to the armory, but
Masters, Summers, go to the armory, get anything useful. Ryder, Kulhavy, go to the security office, pull footage. I'm gonna try and find this carry person.
Copy that.
Got it.
right?
Giving Cole. Just giving Havy a quiet look before proceeding on.
All right.
Fucking Christ.
Try some of these keys on the armory, see if we can get in.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna need the keys because like you guys check the door to the armory and it is locked. But you sort of grab the keys out of the security locker and you do realize that they are for the armory and for the security rooms. So you're able to open those without a problem. Let's go sort of one team at a time. Team Armory.
Excellent.
You open the door. You open there's sort of a stale smell of mothballs. You see like a whole bunch of suits and paraphernalia that seems completely unused. We're talking like, you know, armor suits or suits of body armor. Completely.
Anything with
Yeah, go ahead.
better armor than anything with better armor than what we currently have.
Nah, this is
Okay.
like not. This isn't just last year's armor. This is like 20-year-old body armor that has never been
Alright, okay.
ever used. You also see that there are also what seem to be completely unused are a whole bunch of assault rifles, F90 3WE assault rifles,
Ammo.
and some ammo. Yeah.
Are those on the other weapons table?
Let me see. I believe so. Yes, F90
Want to
rifles.
see if that's better than what I'm already carrying.
No, maybe.
Yes,
I'll take
the
one of these.
the RMC F903WE automatic assault rifle has damage to long, no
Oh.
bonus, and
No
it is
bonus?
full
I'm taking
auto.
what I-
It's full auto, but not armor piercing. Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
what I got.
yeah.
What I got's better. That's cool.
And it makes sense, right? These are for the most part people who would probably use these things for civil defense. They are not military by any stretch of the imagination, but there are at least 6 or 7 of them.
Anything else of interest in here?
That's it.
That's it. Nothing like no biohazard suits, nothing for like breathing underwater, nothing crazy
Nothing.
like that.
Nope.
Alright.
That's it.
If somebody else on our team needs one of these rifles,
I'll take one.
All right, happy to grab one for.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll grab a couple to go hand out. I don't need one for myself.
Yeah, if there's any ammunition, I'll grab like 4 sets of rounds in case.
Yeah, is there
4
ammo?
reloads. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, are there reloads that are compatible with my NGS 23?
Yours a full? Is your NGS 23 armor piercing?
Yes.
Then no, because this is your not armor piercing ammo.
All right, and there's no rocket. I mean, I've got a solid amount of rocket launcher reloads, but no rocket launcher reloads.
Not here. No.
Point of note:
right.
the NSG-23 assault rifle is actually not armor piercing.
Oh, great. There you go.
Really?
Yeah. The
When
Wayland
Matt
Yutani
gave-
one, right?
I don't know. When Matt gave it to me, he said it was armor piercing.
Let me double check. I will check from the big book. The big book. NSG.
Is that one from? Is that
23?
from CMOM?
NSG is from CMOM. Yeah, it's a Wayland Yutani NSG assault rifle. Here we go. It is armor piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's show it on the card.
Armor piercing, full auto, ID 23 incinerator unit included.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's under it's
Oh,
under
there is an
other
incinerator
weapons.
on that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't realize there was an incinerator on that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
The card doesn't say armor piercing. My bad.
Ah, sorry.
You gotta
I'll
like
change the
pull
card.
out the thing. On the
Oh, you have
other
to
weapons,
pull it
'cause
down?
It's a small window. You got to pull it out because it's further back.
It's fine. I'll fix
No, I
it.
don't
I'll
see it.
fix it in between sessions. I'll make everything aligned. It's got a box, as we say. All right, so yeah.
I didn't realize there was an incinerator on that thing. That makes us even more badass. I like it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is a great weapon. So, yeah. Unfortunately, no ammo for yours, Masters. But you're able to grab a rifle for Kulhavy at this point. If you want to use it, let me know so I can insert it into your character sheet. Let's talk about team security. Team security, you open the door to that little room off to the side. It's essentially an empty room with one computer terminal, which is off at this point, and a couple of pieces of paper on the wall, all signed by someone named Carrie Louise Wu. All these pieces of paper seem to be security logs for the days and weeks leading up to today. Today, however, has not been filled out. And, yeah, it all, for the most part, is, security, copacetic. Everything seems to be normal. Everything's fine here. Totally. Kind of deal.
Holy.
Can we? Go ahead.
Unless I got any papers that say anything in regards to like passcodes and all that kind of stuff.
Nope.
Sticky note on the computer.
You look under the desk. Nope. No password.
Listen, I played Alien Isolation, okay?
Yeah. The
Would it be
password
possible
is-
to make a comm check on the computer for like a password?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to activate it, you do a ComTech and see if you could sort of hacksaws it for a password. Yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna keep an eye out, like outside the doorway while he's like messing around.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Come on, big man. Don't.
I
blow
keep
it.
thinking about these aliens, Ryder.
Yeah.
What do they look like to you?
I just implanted it in his brain.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
God damn it.
So the good news.
Thus begins the madness.
So the good news, Kulhavy,
no.
is that a 9 doesn't prevent what you did.
Yeah.
Right. A 9, however, from our friendly panic table, is a drop an item. So, what were the things that what were the weapons, the 3 weapons that you brought with you?
The grapple gun, the harpoon gun, which according to the book is the same thing but without the winch attached, or I've just got 2 grapple guns.
Yep.
And the cutting torch.
Okay, you drop your cutting torch.
Great. Fuck, shit.
Butterfingers.
Like,
And
do
the
they-
gas
do they
canister just like
Aw.
squeeze it back in, twist.
you like
twist.
pull the trigger on the cutting
Nope,
torch, it goes
twist the other direction.
non-function.
Seriously?
Like, do they get in your brains? Do they like just climb on you? Like, what do they do? What do these aliens do, man? Ryder, tell me. I don't like this.
It's the juice. The juice.
You're able to hack in though after a certain amount of sort of consoling and being like, "It's okay, Clay. It's gonna be okay." They die like everything else. And then you just sort of like, yeah, you're able to.
I'd love to use
to figure out the
Sorry,
password.
go ahead.
No, it's fine. You're able to figure out the password. The password is pineapple, and
Of course it is.
it's always pineapple.
Here's an alien.
But there's a 1 and a 3 in the pineapple
As long-
name.
As long as it's not on pizza.
Yeah.
Who's my
And can I use for the second, for the stunt on that for new or unexpected information?
Sure. Absolutely. You're able to hack in the security. It is basically security cameras that are spaced throughout the entire spaceport. So that's like live security feeds.
Is there any way to tap my pups into that so that when I'm looking at the data transmitter? No.
Unfortunately not. Pups are literally, if you play Alien Fireteam Elite, you'll know that pups basically just give you a sort of localized view of the area. So you can't really sort of use that with the security feeds.
Do we know what Chawa and Velma Lu look like?
You do. You got the handouts, which I'm going to re-show you because I forgot to do that the last time. So I will show our lovely audience as well as you guys a reminder of what Dr. Chawa and Dr. Lu, who are the two code breakers from the Golgan Institute, look like. Give me 1 second.
Because I would like to look through the security cameras and see if they're hiding in the crowds outside.
Absolutely. So here's Dr. Chawa. Oh, sorry, that's Dr. Lu. Beg your pardon. And then Dr. Chalwa looks alike.
Man of the amazing mustache.
And this, that's Dr. Chalwa. Make an observation roll, please.
Aye, aye.
Kulhavy.
Oh my god.
Started cursed.
Keep it.
This is
Off
going to be
keep
great.
it.
This is going to be a great character.
He turned off my camera. That was the kitty, not me.
I'm watching
Pushing all the
you.
buttons.
It was this one's fault.
Everyone take a point of stress.
Oh, mean.
This alien did it. This alien did it.
Oh, Jesus.
He feels bad.
The Black Goose speaks now.
He feels
going to-
bad.
He's like,
he
now.
feels bad.
It's fine.
He feels bad.
It's
He's
very
not
on brand with Alien that there is a cat that
Not good.
fucks things up for the rest of the humans.
at
That's
him.
totally fine.
Look at him.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He's a good.
Do
he's
it
a good boy.
again.
He's
Do
a
it
good, he will.
again. The only person.
He has sent you some very long and cryptic Discord messages.
Oh yes, I have seen those. They're usually like www SSST and I'm like, Sarah, is everything okay?
I was like, that was. I left the computer open. That was Brutus.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good. So, no problem there. Let me switch then swiftly. Actually, yeah, well, with the observation roll, yeah. Let's talk about what you get from the observation roll. So that's one success. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's not enough to see through the cameras to find these people. You don't see anybody who matches those descriptions. You do a pretty decent scan of the area. Maybe it's not your best spotting, Kulhavy. There's just so many people, right? There's hundreds and hundreds of people all bandying about the area. So to find these two folks amidst all of these...
One success is not enough.
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately not. Or
What
if it
does it get
is,
me?
you didn't see them. That's for sure.
Okay. Is there anything positive I can get from the success, though?
I'll go ahead and say they don't seem to be... I'm going to put it this way. If they were on the ships, or I should say, how about this? If they were east of your position, meaning from the entrance to the landing pad and to the east, you probably might have seen them. Like 50-50, you probably would have seen them.
All right.
But who
Well,
knows?
Boss, the good news is I don't think they've already walked past us. The bad news is we're probably going to have to get further into this complex and figure out where the hell they're hiding.
Copy. I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Groose, you mount the stairs as you hear that transmission through your helmet and get to the top floor of this particular control center. And as you reach the top, you see a single individual who is manning an array of computers stations, all in a sort of semicircle at the top of the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and sort of bring our angry crowd down since you guys are indoors now and probably can't hear them anymore. But you certainly can hear the sounds of the battle that are occurring miles away. And this woman is, maybe she's like 20, 26, 25, something like that. She looks sort of frazzled, but able to sort of keep it under control as she's sort of moving swiftly back and forth between a whole bunch of different computer terminals. And she has a headset on, and she's saying, yes, Transport 325, you are cleared for takeoff. Yes. Transport 72, you are not cleared to land yet. Wait for 325 to take off first, please. Yes, approximately 2 minutes. 325, do you have your fuel line engaged? Please remove it. Thank you. Thank you, 325. And then she sort of notices you and says, how can I help you?
First Sergeant Duke Gregory. We were hoping to find some people real quick. Do you happen to have the last known location on Dr. Liu and Dr. Chawa by chance? They've gone missing.
So I'm sorry. I'm traffic controller Carrie Louise Wu. I don't know who you're talking about. I just know that we have a real bad situation here. As you can see, we have quite a lot of people who need to get out of this particular spaceport, and I need to make sure that this gets done as swiftly as possible. I'm kind of the only person left doing this kind of stuff, so I mean I can try to help you as much as I can, but I really need to protect as many people as I possibly can. I don't know who these people, Chawa, you said, and sorry, who? Lou? Okay. Yeah.
If you don't know them, that's fine. Just tell me where the researchers usually are. We'll go there.
Well, I know that. Aren't you with the others? There are some other Marines who landed before you did.
The black suits? No, they're here for other stuff. We're on a recovery mission. They're getting you guys out. We're here to pick somebody up.
Okay. Was that you who set up that gun?
Yes, that was us.
That was amazing. Thank you. You don't know how many people's lives you saved with that thing.
Hopefully it saves many more before it's done, finished doing what it's doing. Hopefully you'll be out of here by the time that comes. So
yeah, those things have been launching every hour. So I mean, I don't even know how many more of those artillery attacks and missile attacks they have left, but I can only hope that our forces are holding them back as best as possible. But hey, listen, you said you're looking for people. I really could use any help that I can get helping my people off planet. And you said the other Marines are not with you?
Technically in different command structures, so it's just bureaucratic red tape bullshit. So we're here to help you. That's the end of the story. Here to help find somebody, and then we'll help however else we can.
Okay. Because they've been deployed all over the base. I mean, I've seen them at the vehicle depot. I've seen them at the cargo center. I saw them yesterday. Where were they on my security? Oh yeah, they were at the security checkpoint. That's where they are. They're sort of holding a lot of hubbub at the security checkpoint. They're checking people as they come into the spaceport. Now, you know, they're still checking people for some reason as they get onto the transports. I haven't seen them in other places like the Mariculture complex. I haven't seen them at the rec area, the hotel, the terminal.
So hold on. Okay, so they're all over the place. I get that. Well, mostly all over the place. Where do you have people stranded? Maybe the people we're looking for are with them.
I mean,
Oh, God damn it.
listen. They could be at the accommodations block. No one has searched the accommodations block. The hotel as well. I don't even know if anybody's left there.
You got a map?
Yeah, absolutely. And she sort of punches up a couple things on her board here, and she says, "I really don't have a lot of time for this." And she just shows you all of the different places on the base. And I'm going to sort of just bring up their names for you right now. So, Over here is the loading area. You guys already know that. In fact, let me zoom out for everybody watching at home so they can all see what is what. So, here we go. Obviously, you have your primary landing pad over here. You have the auxiliary landing pad to the south. The loading area over here I mentioned as well. She mentions that these cylindrical buildings to the north of you are fuel tanks. What kind of fuel, you're not quite sure. She also mentions that, obviously, this is the ATCC. That building is the air traffic control tower. The vehicle depot where you guys found the hover treads are there as well.
Borrowed.
Yep. The hotel is directly next door to the ATCC. That's actually right here.
Oh, okay.
Can we get to it from inside where we are, or do we have to go around to a different section?
Sorry, could you say that one more time?
Can we get to it from where we are?
No,
where,
you'd have to get out
of
of the ATCC in order to go into the hotel.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay.
The checkpoint, the actual checkpoint to the base, is over to the left here, or to the west, I should say. And then she mentions a couple of other buildings as well. The power station, which you guys probably already knew was already there, here to the north of you. She also mentions that there is a place called the Cargo Center where things, you're not quite sure. She says that's where that is. She says there's the blast wall, of course, which is a wall that protects you from blasts. Therefore, it is called the blast wall.
Indeed.
A couple of other places of note. Ship services is over here to the north. And then the lower portion of the building is just called the terminal. That's actually this building directly over the hotel.
And you said something about the accommodations building?
Correct, yes. That is... where is the accommodations building?
This is the only building without a label right now.
That is it, exactly. That is, in fact, good eye, Sarah. That's the accommodation block. Boom.
Can Masters walk upstairs at the end of this conversation? Is that a thing that can happen?
Absolutely. I'd say that, by the time that that Lou is showing you all of this stuff, Masters and perhaps the rest of you, depending, are able to either join or stay in the lobby, depending on how you feel.
Well, Masters has a specific question about something she said, so I want to know if I'm upstairs by the time she said that she talked about them holding people up at the checkpoint.
I would say that you probably got that either at the end of the conversation or maybe, let's not hold you, unaccountable for just not being part of the conversation, so you probably get it, intoned to you from Groose. That's fine, too.
Well, because the question she wants to ask is, she's like, holding people up at the checkpoint, and it looked like they were holding people up at the ships. What is outside of the base here? Why would they be checking people coming in? What's out there? Who's out there?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of colonists all over Anisadora. This is just the spaceport. The colony is hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of people who have colonized this planet.
So it's entirely possible that our scientists are not even here in the spaceport, that they're out there.
I don't know who you're talking.
They wouldn't know.
Who are you talking? I don't know who you're talking.
The people that my friend Groose asked you about, the people we're here to find. If we were going to look for scientists somewhere on this planet, where would you recommend we look?
Well, considering the forces that are coming to kill us all, I would think that they'd probably come through here.
I know, but if they weren't here and they were still in their research facility or whatever, where would we be most likely to find them?
I'm going to go ahead and say that Gaholgit Institute perhaps was mentioned.
Okay.
Is this building?
Which is not that building at all. Gaholgit Institute is on a completely different island, actually.
Oh, fun.
All right.
That's what we got the vehicles for,
Road trip.
right?
Joy.
So, I mean, he says, listen, if you guys, or she says, I should say, Lou, Harry Louise Wu says, listen, I don't know where you guys are going or who you're looking for, whatever it is. If you want to look around the base, be my guest. And thank you very much for setting up that amazing point defense weapon, because God knows we need it. I just really hope that... She says, what the fuck? And the lights go out.
Oh, no.
What?
Shit.
And everybody freaks out. Everybody add a point of stress, please.
Oh, man.
Do the aliens get you in the dark?
How can they cut the power, man? They're animals. All right, so...
I don't know.
When he says that, she just looks like Masters. It's dark, but Masters just looks the general direction of his voice, and it's like, what the fuck?
I think he's still downstairs in the security room, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so with that said, and the power goes out completely, I'm going to go ahead
Become
and...
a conspiracy theorist.
I'm going to go ahead and say, as I give you guys some music, I'm going to ask you guys what you guys want to do. The power has gone out in the entire air traffic control tower. You look out over the base, and all of the lights have gone out. It is dark, as the sun has completely set now. And the only lights that you can see are the lights from the ensuing firefight and cannon fire that is happening on the base itself to the east. Or I should say not on the base, to on the beach to the east.
I'm gonna turn on the lamp, my shoulder lamp on my armor, and
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the others and say, we gotta get the power back on. These people gotta get off this fucking rock.
All right.
And I'm gonna head down the stairs and try and look for wherever the hell I turn the power back on.
Okay.
Probably
Power
at the power
station
station,
north.
but
Probably the
I
power
guess we-
station, yeah.
just
Yeah.
Groose will get on the comms real quick. All right, our regulators, here's the skinny. Power just went out. Our VIPs are missing somewhere on base. We've got a couple locations we're gonna check. We're gonna hit the power station on the way to the northmost location where they could be, and we'll work our way south until we get to the checkpoint, and then we'll go out from there if we need to.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Got it.
I'm gonna pull Groose aside really quick and say, look, boss, I know you're new, so I just want to throw this out there, but if they're checking people on the ships and they're checking people at the checkpoint, if they want them to, they might be at the checkpoint. They might be prisoners.
Good point, but
Putting it out there. But first thing, power. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. I wanted to give you that thought, and
I appreciate that. We'll check that one next. We'll hit the power station. We'll go to the checkpoint, and then we'll go north again after that.
I'm gonna run down the stairs.
Okay. You guys run downstairs. The rest of you guys who have not gone up the stairs are in the lobby. You're in the dark. Obviously, I would think you probably flicked your shoulder lamps on at this point.
Yep.
I hand Kulhavy the reloads if we haven't gotten him the gun already.
Thank you.
Okay. You don't need to make an observation roll to hear this. You hear this
Shit.
as
That's not good.
clearly at least one fighter jet, you're not quite sure what because you can't really see it in the dark, has breached the line over the spaceport.
Yeah.
Now the crowd is not milling anymore. They're panicking. You just hear screams, hundreds and hundreds of screams coming from the spaceport.
We got any intel in a safe place we can get these people while this shit goes down?
I don't know, the cargo area? That's the only place that's big enough to hold a lot of people. Cargo center over there.
It's not even
Alright.
enough, though.
But let's,
You guys get the power back on. I'm gonna go try and get these people to safety.
Alright. I'm trusting with these masters. Be careful out there.
I'm gonna start running out to the main area.
All right.
I'm
At this
also going to run
point,
to the power station.
as you guys start to break off, we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll initiative. So,
Ah,
here we
shit.
go. Let's bring out the turn order. Have you guys start to roll initiatives. I'm going to get rid of the freak and a lot of freakers even there. Here we go.
He
Shit,
wants in.
I
Oh,
rolled
Joe.
an 8, but my token. Wait. Oh,
Do-
We both
You
rolled an
want
8.
dice, right?
I rolled an 8, but my token was clicked. I don't know what happened.
That's fine.
But we both rolled an 8, so I'll roll another one.
Go ahead and roll it again. Master's get a 5. Groose with a 7.
Lucky.
Ryder with a 9. Awesome. All right, here we go. So let me go ahead and go ascending. All right, Masters, you're top of the order.
Will we say that I made it all the way out here?
I would say so,
mean-
yes. You sprinted
Okay.
to the primary landing pad, yes.
Yes.
As you run out to the landing pad, yeah, the three Blackguard troops are firing blindly into the sky with their pulse rifles, just like. And Sax, aboard her hover tread, is manning the smart gun and trying to track whatever that was that just flew over the base as best she can.
All right. I'm gonna find something to climb on top of wherever I'm standing and yell as loud as I can. Civilians, this way to safety. Cargo center now.
Make a command roll, please. I'm going to give you a penalty, unfortunately, just because there's so many people screaming. So I'm going to give you a -1 penalty.
Oh, it's gonna make this so bad. Hey, 2 successes in one.
Very
penalty.
nice. Very nice. Roll that panic just in case.
Nice.
Still good. Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
Command
Over the din. Yeah, over the din, you just hear a whole bunch of people just like weeping and crying, and they're able to sort of get to cover. Some of them sort of run back.
Yeah, like I'm gesturing past me, like through the wall, like get back.
Yep, some of them actually follow your orders. I would say some of them probably sort of shove further into the transports. A couple of the transports like try to leave the platform, like, but they're overloaded, and so you see them sort of like doing this kind of thing. And the Blackguard are not doing anything like except like firing their weapons in the air, trying to stop a stampede. Get the fuck back! Get back, you fucking people!
Oh, Christ, I yell at the Blackguards. I was just like, hey, you're not fucking helping! And, I made a command roll, so I'm guessing is at the end of my... What, do I have any
Yeah.
actions left? What do I even have left? I don't even know.
I mean, I would say that it was probably your fast action to run over here and your slow action to make a command roll.
Alright, then my turn is done.
Cool. All right, we're up to Summers.
Okay, so these hover treads are outfitted with a smart gun, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I'm hopping into one of those, and I'm going to start tracking to see if I can, whatever this fighter jet is, I'm going to see if I can track it and if possible shoot it down.
All right. So go ahead and make your, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and give you control of... Let me just do this if I can. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to give you control of this particular light infantry vehicle. Give me 1 second to give it to you control, senor.
Activation.
That would be Summers. And now you will have control over this. So, you'll see that the light infantry vehicle, when you double click it, has a character sheet. And it has 1, 2, 3 weapons. It has, excuse me, a long-range particle cannon, a M56 smart gun turret, and a dual EMP blaster. Your choice, Moneypenny. What do you want to use?
Okay, where can I find this,
So if you double click on the actual vehicle itself,
where is that in the thing?
you're on it.
Folder? Oh,
So just shift double click
see.
on the actual, on the icon of the actual thingy.
Or like shift drag and it should highlight you and it.
There you go. So just shift double click. Oh, you know what? I also probably need to give you control of the.
Yeah, I don't see like a sheet or anything.
That's why. Okay, hold on 1 second. I know why. Cancel. And Summers.
Like a click drag
There we go.
in an area will draw a box
Now it's in your journals.
and give you control over everything in that area that you have control over at once. They'll link them.
Oh, I see it now.
Okay,
Awesome.
yeah, I just need to give him the
Okay.
journal entry. There we go. Now we're good.
All right. Yeah, give me that long-range particle cannon.
Okay, so what you're going to do is, because there is no pilot in that thing, you're going to add a bonus of whatever your ranged weapon skill is.
Okay, and does this
Nice.
count as a heavy weapon?
So this does, yes. Particle cannon attached to the ship, or this particular thing? Absolutely, yes.
So that's gonna be a plus. That's gonna be a +6 then.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Hey, you! Catch! What?
Okay.
It only gave you a +6. There was no base on that. Okay.
That's strange. Hold on, let me double check on that. So this is the particle cannon. Yeah, there's no bonus. It's only 6 damage. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Oh.
Yep.
No, but it was only 6 dice. Her +6 was
Correct.
the only dice rolled.
Correct,
Oh,
because
okay.
there's no bonus to the actual cannon.
The cannon. Well, the cannon is. Oh, okay, got you.
Actually, technically, what is your ranged combat plus your agility?
Oh,
Because it's both to fire any kind of ranged weapon.
okay. So should I just reroll that or add another base dice?
Well, what is your ranged combat? 6?
My range comp is 4. I have +2 from heavy machinery, and I have agility 4.
Oh, so that would be a +10.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay, so just roll 4 more dice.
Okay.
4 more d6s.
So that's another success.
Okay, so that's
And
2
one
successes.
panic. And
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
panic.
And 1 panic. So.
Oh no.
No, this is just no stress. Oh, do I get my stress dice too here?
Technically, when you fire a weapon, yeah, absolutely.
Oh boy. Okay. So those were the skill dice. I have to.
So, what's your stress at?
My stress is at 5.
Okay, so
Oh,
just
shit.
roll 5d6, and hopefully you don't get any
Yeah.
ones.
No one.
Super duper, awesome,
Nice.
awesome sauce.
Yeah.
All right, so that
But
does.
there is a panic roll from that 1/1.
Go ahead and
no,
roll
those
your
are just
panic.
the skills.
That was for
those,
the-
those will be the black dice.
That was the 10 plus.
Yeah, but there's
then those
still
were the 5 afterwards.
but you can still roll a panic on your
Right.
on your.
So go ahead and roll your panic roll.
Not like I'm sorry
No,
to be a
you're
rules
right.
lawyer on
You-
that, but
there's no rules lawyer. That's just the way it is. So go ahead and roll your panic.
Uh huh.
Oh no!
oh shit.
I still don't think it. I still don't think it's because like
No,
it's 6 plus
'cause-
4. Because the 4d6 is the agility. That
You
would be
can
the
al-
black dice on a regular roll.
You can only roll panic on your
But
panic dice.
but you can still roll. You can roll a panic die on your regular die.
On
Let
the
me
black
let me
dice?
let me just stop everybody
No.
here for 1 sec here. Yeah. Okay. So what happened was, what I probably should have done was just had you put your agility, which was how much?
So I have 4 from agility, which is the 46
4.
dice roll.
And what's your
separately.
ranged combat?
Another 4 plus
Okay.
2 from my talent. So the range
So-
combat and the
yep.
heavy is in the initial roll.
Correct.
right?
So that's 8 plus the 2 from your. So technically, that's why you got 10 dice, right? 2 of those
Yeah.
10 dice were successes, and 1 was a 1, right?
Right, but for regular black dice rolls, it's not. That's not a stress dice.
Correct. Actually, yeah, that's a good point because he didn't roll any stress dice with that. That was just a straight black
so
dice
there
roll.
is so there
Okay.
rolling 1 on your black dice is not a panic.
No.
Correct.
Oh, okay, that was me misunderstanding then.
Now-
Proceed.
Okay.
That said, how many stress? So of those stress dice that you rolled, you did not get any 1s on them.
Correct.
So there's no panic there. So
So that's actually just a total of 4 successes.
exactly.
Nice.
2 successes. 2 successes.
4
Two-
successes.
No, 4.
Oh well, yeah, panic. That's right.
Oh, that's right, because of the
They
stress
do,
dice.
they do that.
Successes
Six,
in the
six,
panic
six.
die, yeah.
Yep.
4.
That's 4 successes.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of
God.
successes. All right, and so that's
Nice.
6 damage plus 4. So what do you want to do with those 4 successes? Base damage is 6, and it's armor piercing.
Oh boy.
Ranged combat stunts, +1 damage. Swap initiative with opponent. Opponent makes a panic roll. Opponent drops held item. Opponent prone or push back.
I don't think I can make a panic roll. I'm going to prone this guy with one of my stunts.
Can't really prone a MiG, a jet, right?
I think you just have to blow it the fuck up.
I'm just going to blow it the fuck up.
Okay, so you're gonna go
Yeah.
full on 10 damage.
I mean, yeah,
Hold on,
let's just
10
shoot
damage.
it.
9 damage. No, 6.
9.
9 damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Ton of damage.
Fucking
Holy
baller.
cow.
Nice.
Okay. So be it.
Huh.
So be it, Jedi. Here we go.
Chosen violence.
See. I chose violence. Okay.
With the regulators, we always choose violence.
Let's see how much armor this thing gets mitigated. 1. So that's a total of 8 damage. Yeah, you blow it way the fuck up. Yeah.
A man exploded today.
One blast from this thing, and it just, and you just see this thing like just pinwheel through the air, and that MiG is broken. Now, let's see what happens. Usually, when you hit 0 and it gets broken, I mean, with situations like this, you kind of have to roll the broken vehicle chart here. But I'm gonna fast forward because this is not the last time you'll see these kinds of vehicles, shall we say. So I'm just gonna say, especially with a shot like that.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and just call a spade, and you have totaled that fighter jet. However, you do see on the horizon 3 pinpricks of red.
Oh shit.
From the east.
So glad I have Betsy.
Okay. Thank you for your input. Summers, we're on to Groose.
Just over the comms. Great shot, Summers. Keep it up. Rhyder, Kulhavy, one of you guys get in the other gun. Shoot down whatever the fuck those are that are coming right now. I'm gonna head to the power station.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna-
you book it to the power station.
That's the idea. And I'm assuming that's would I need to use 2 fast actions just to get there? I'm
Yes.
assuming? Okay, yeah. So I'll just get in. I'll go in wherever the door is. But
Okay.
and I'd said, is it just going inside, or do I get to look around? Or
I'll give you an observation roll for that. That's fine.
okay, because I need to find what's broken and fix it.
Indeed.
ASAP. Observation. Oh God.
You can do it, Groose.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your Aniko, senor.
Oh my god, you're so stressed.
I know. The stuff on the spaceship happened and all this other. That's 7.
7. Okay. With a 7, I think that is not enough, obviously, to get you to not see what you would normally see, but
Got some stunts if you want.
yeah, definitely use your
shape, by the
stunt. Definitely, you can use your stunts. But with a 7, you get a nervous twitch. Luckily, you're not in short range of anybody who can see you, but your stress level goes up by 1.
Okay. Great. Awesome.
Oh my god.
7. Okay. So the stunts for observation. I can. How many did I get? 4.
3
3.
3 successes.
Okay. How do I get in, past, or away to like the place where I need to be? And are there more of them close by? Like if there's a bunch of like power relays I need to find.
Okay, fair. So you go in, you're able to sort of like in the lights by your shoulder lamp, you're able to basically just see just like sparking power equipment, and you happen to also see the main power relay where there is an enormous hole that has been slammed into it by some kind of blunt instruments. You're not quite sure what.
Mother. Is that totaled?
Oh yeah, it's
that
fucked.
dead? Okay.
Super fucked. I mean, you could repair it with a heavy machinery in probably a turn of work. Like 10 minutes.
I mean, I guess. That's what we gotta do. Just over the comms again. Fuck! I'm gonna be here for about I don't know. Is turn a unit of time that is in the universe?
Not in combat. I mean, right now
Okay.
this is rounds. Turn is like, everything is slow-mo right now. But a turn, good luck.
Yeah, really.
So I'd like you, actually, Groose,
I
right
mean,
now,
he
since
can
you say
shout,
fuck.
I need about 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Fair. Groose, what I'd like you to do instead, just because who knows what's going to happen in those 10 minutes while the power is out during the station, I would like you to make a wits roll.
Straight up.
Straight wits. Let's see how smart you are, Groose.
I mean, does that include the stress die?
Nope, just wits.
Just wits. How do I do that?
You
So roll a base dice
for
of your
whatever
wits.
your-
Exactly.
Okay, which is
exactly.
3. It is a 3. 3d6.
So I'm just gonna mouse
a
over
two-
it and see what you got.
2, 3, and a 5.
2, 3,
No
and
successes.
5, so no successes. So you are flummoxed and flustered. You have no idea what to do at this point.
Okay. Cool. And I think that's my turn.
Okay.
I did a lot of stuff.
Fair enough. Thank you, Groose. All right, we're on to Kulhavy.
How's it going up there, boss?
It's fucked. Not good. Find a gun, shoot stuff.
Welcome to Alien RPG, where you find a gun and shoot stuff.
I thought it was pretty concise, but you know.
Sure. Question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
With the F3S spotter scope, could I set myself up for a bonus on targeting if I were to climb into one of the hover guns?
I would give you a modification of a +2, actually, with that. Yes.
Cool. I'd like to do that with my turn then, if that's allowed.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're gonna.
What do you need me to roll?
Well, first of all, I want you to go where you would go in order to do that.
Sprint to that one.
That's 100 meters away.
So then both fast actions would get me there?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
You could do it on your next turn.
Great.
All right. We are now up to Rhyder.
Well, seeing as the other gun is being used, and we're trying to, like...
Yeah. Remember, these
Shoot down.
hover treads have multiple turrets, right? There's one turret that is the particle beam weapon. There's another that's the smart gun, and then the front sort of short-range weapon is the EMP. And it's got seats for 3, right? That's the reason why it has 3 weapons.
Which one is, Summers using right now?
You saw Summers go into the southernmost one.
Yeah, and I'm using the particle beam.
You definitely saw that go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, long range particle cannon.
As they say, pick a gun and pray.
Alright, so remind me, the other 2 options were the...
The smart gun turret
Okay.
or the EMP weapon. Tell me what you're doing, Ryder.
I guess head for the MP one. The MP weapon.
They
Yeah,
both have
yeah,
they both have EMPs, right? So just
Yeah, going into the one with
fantastic.
Summers.
83 meters. That'll bring you there with fast actions to run there.
Okay.
Cool. All right. We are now at
Round 2.
round 2.
I mean, fight.
Those 3 missiles are getting closer. You estimate that in 2 rounds, all 3 missiles will hit the base. Just saying. We are at Masters.
Are they within extreme range?
Yes.
All right, then I am going to aim and fire with Betsy.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Wait, I could do that?
Boom.
Extreme range is like a click out, which is where these things are.
And extreme range is what my rocket launcher has.
Yes,
Betsy
indeed.
is an extreme
Yeah,
range
if
weapon.
you have, absolutely. Now,
All right.
because you have that
Yeah.
on your, you still will get penalties, unfortunately.
Yes,
because-
I know.
Yeah. Yep. Let me just get the exact penalty. I think it might be -3. Let me double
I
check.
think it is minus. I think it's -3, but then I also think that aiming is +2.
That is
that would
correct.
only make it a
Aim is
-1.
+2. That is correct.
It's a -1.
Just imagining the shot, it just gives me frigging goosebumps. It's just like, so you got to aim the
Right.
rocket launcher with the arc at a missile that's coming at a trajectory. You can
And
barely
I get 3
but you hit it anyway.
successes.
Nice. Nice.
And
nice,
I'm
nice.
making that all damage. That's 7 damage on that missile.
Okay. You blast one of the missiles out of the sky. Ba-boom.
Nice.
Yeah, the armor
And
armor doesn't
continue
protect that.
And continue yelling at civs to get to cover.
You don't know, Ryder, would a sniper rifle round do anything to the missiles. You know that you have armor-piercing rounds, but you're not sure. But there are still 2 more of them coming. All right, we're up to Summers.
But yeah, I stand my ground and keep yelling at civs to get to cover.
Oh, some are following, some are not.
I'm going to level out and try to aim at one of the missiles with the long-range particle cannon.
Okay.
Should I just roll using my ranged combat on my own
So
sheet?
I've actually fixed it now so that you can roll your ranged combat on the actual vehicle and just add a +2 from your class.
Cool. And should I also put down my stress level so that rolls as well?
So we're going to do that separately
Okay. Cool.
because I think you're at 5, right?
I'm at
stress?
5.
5
and,
stress.
Yeah, and aiming would be another +2.
Correct.
On top of-
So that would be a +4 modification.
Yep.
Go for it.
Nice.
Okay.
Success.
That's 2 successes. That's a total of 7 damage. But go ahead and roll your stress dice, please. 5d6. Let's see if you get any ones.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. No ones.
Wait, hold on.
Wait,
Oh no,
that's-
base die.
Yep. That's fine. As long as it didn't come up with a...
Yeah.
Well, actually, those...
I mean, if you're
no.
looking at
Technically,
if you're
no,
looking at
that-
1 out of 6.
But you wouldn't know from the base dice, right? Base dice
you
don't
mouse
show
over?
up as face huggers.
You can't mouse over, it doesn't tell
No,
you.
Right.
oh,
Right,
that-
but it would
that's
show
crappy.
up as a 1 out of 6 anyway for a marked roll. You know what I mean?
Not for base dice. Base dice don't show. They only show successes.
Right, a success is a 6.
We're looking for panics, right? So
Yeah,
this
'cause
is stress
panic-
dice.
All right.
So go ahead and just roll 5d6.
Yeah.
Just like /R 5d6 because you can't just do panic. There we go.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. So now make your
successes.
panic roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get 4 successes,
What?
but a 9. So you drop a weapon here.
But
which
her
clunks to the
attack still
ground.
goes through, which is
They do.
baller.
Absolutely. So that is 7,
That's
8,
another
9
9.
damage.
Oh,
Yep. That blows away a second missile. Ba-boom.
All right.
But
Well, 9 is dropping items, so she doesn't necessarily drop a weapon.
that's true. That's true. That's true. I'm going to check and see what Summers has in her character sheet.
Hey, it's still in the vehicle, so I mean, it's still there.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
whether
but
it
Matt
works
has
or
an
not.
interesting way of making your shit break when you drop it.
Yeah, it's just like, because what's the point? You drop an item. Oh, I pick it up.
Pick it back up.
Yeah. What's the point of that? I'm going to go ahead and say one of your smart gun reloads falls into the, into sort of like an area of the hover tread. You ever lose your keys in your car? And
It's
you're
under
like,
the seat.
fuck!
Under
God
I
damn.
have lost
thing, and
so many things in the car. So many things.
So yeah, one of your smart gun reloads, if you remember from the movie, they are like
Yeah.
little miniature batteries that Vasquez like clicks in
Yep.
when Drake gives her another one. It's one of those, and it just falls somewhere down into the dark of the hover tread, and you don't know where the hell it is.
lost
I
in
think
the
that
hover.
happens from the
abyss.
recoil of the gun. Just like. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, because it is a panic that you rolled on this attack, technically you're supposed to reload for any weapon that you fire that you get a panic on. So
Is this thing reload?
if you
Does it have a reload?
yeah, it doesn't say it has a reload, but I'm going to say that
Sure.
because you would lose for full auto. I mean, well, actually, technically, if you roll panic on any shot, you have to, you expend the entire quote unquote magazine.
Magazine.
Right. So you'd have to do a reload. So for this, I'm going to say
Recharging.
if you do it again,
Recharging.
you will have to like pump it, prime the particle cannon on your next as a slow action if you want to fire it again.
Sure thing.
Cool. All right, Groose. Meanwhile, back at the power station.
What do I do?
He's just trying to fix things.
Where did you
Just
park
like-
LJ, by the way?
Technically, LJ is here in the vehicle depot. It's
Okay,
right here.
cool. All right, let me bring LJ because you guys didn't. Well, you couldn't have moved him because I was unable to do so. So I'm gonna bring LJ over to the vehicle depot, like so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just since I guess I got a free moment as him thinking, it's like, how are those missiles coming, you guys?
2 down, 1 to go, as far as you're aware.
Yeah. Just
Which
one
is
Which is
more.
a good
exactly
work.
what I'm going to say into comms.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Can I do anything, or am I just kind of stuck here for a minute?
As far as you're aware, unless you can figure out some way of getting the power back on to the particle beam phalanx,
Can I look for a backup if this is the main one?
make an observation roll with a -2 penalty because you've no idea what's going on. Everything is busted, and you're in the dark.
There's a
Man.
jury rig ability too, but you have to pass once to get them, don't you? Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be bad. So.
Hey!
Hey!
Are you kidding me right
Wow.
now?
Wow. That's amazing.
Sometimes stress dice come in handy.
Oh, that's funny.
People do sometimes better under pressure. Groose is
Under pressure.
no exception.
Dun, 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 dun.
Then you
Missiles
come
down on me.
Nice. All right, Groose, you have a, what do they call those? An epiphany. There's no backup system here in the power station.
Oh fuck.
You know that you would have to spend the 10 minutes to repair whatever damage was done to the main power station. However, if somehow or other you could rig up the battery in LJ to the phalanx, you would have enough for one shot.
Yeah, Groose is like, I got it. Just was that an action already for the observation?
No,
I'm assuming.
I'm just gonna give that to
No.
you.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Groose will run out and just start running towards LJ, just like.
We all just
Like-
watch him go by in front of the two.
What the
Yeah. Basically.
Hey, Groose, you all right?
I'm good. I have an idea.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, cool. We're moving on to Kulhavy.
Mother, may I get permissions for the vehicle so I can shoot the thing?
You may. So that'll give you a +2. And then let me give you the same permissions that our friend Summers has.
You may have to change around or.
No, it's fine. I got it. It's no problem. Yeah, we'll change around the stuff that's inside the actual character sheet here.
Yeah.
So what is your agility and what is your ranged combat here?
My agility is 4. My ranged combat is 1.
Okay, cool. All right, so I've just changed it around now, so you should be able to just click ranged combat for the weapon itself, whether it be the particle cannon or the smart gun turret or what have you. The smart gun turret has a long range, so it most likely will not be able to hit this missile.
Where is that? That now happens in my character sheet?
So go, if you double click on the actual token of the
Yeah.
of the vehicle, or shift double click it, it'll open up the
Okay.
character sheet for the hover tread.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then down at the bottom, just like every other weapon,
Yep. Attaque.
It's all set for you.
And add 2, you said?
2 from your spotter's spotting.
Just hook it up, kind of like sight it there real quick.
Now, that does not include your stress dice. So go ahead and roll
No.
your stress dice as well, because that's a 0 successes, unfortunately. So what are your stress dice?
My stress dice is foe.
You have 4, so roll 4d6, and hopefully you will you'll get a 6 on one of them.
Probably do /roll 46.
You can do that too.
I mean, because that way we can. Okay.
Or you can just... Okay, so that's
Great.
0 successes. Kulhavy fires, misses the missile entirely.
Oh no.
Moving too fast.
Okay.
That's you.
that is
I just
Kulhavy's
say
turn.
overcomes.
Ryder, it is now your turn.
Wait, I'm on the EMP thing. I have no idea.
Yeah, the EMP thing is probably the wrong thing to be on.
I realized.
Switch
Yeah.
guns.
That's fine. Well, at this point in time, the only thing that could possibly hit that missile would be the particle beam cannon that right now Summers is on.
I'm guessing whatever I want is like it's too short of a range.
Right, so the EMP blaster has a long range.
You could take Overwatch on the EMP. And then fire it if it gets into range if I miss on my next attack.
Then yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll do what you suggested. Yeah.
Overwatch?
Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Or that.
Or I guess I. No, yeah, I guess I could test out the sniper.
You can do whatever you want to do, Ryder, but you got to make your decision in the next 10 seconds.
Overwatch.
Overwatch it is. We are moving on to our last round before that missile hits. Masters, you are up.
Oh, I actually just realized because I do have to reload Betsy. What range are they in now?
Or what are?
Are the missiles now in long range? Because
They
we're now in the
are.
next round?
That is correct.
Okay, good. Then I will swap out for my assault rifle, which does not require any actions because of my talent.
Okay.
And then I will aim and fire at it with my sniper rifle.
With your you have a sniper rifle?
Sorry, not my sniper, my assault rifle.
Ah. I'm like, when did you get a sniper?
My
hold on.
thanks asshole. So that's a +2 from aim. They're in long range. So is that a minus? That's
-2.
a minus.
Long range
minus-
is -2.
Okay, so then there's just no mod at all. Modifier is 0, and boom. All right.
My God.
3 successes, but 2 panics.
Roll
Super.
6. Am I good?
Okay.
So that is 4 damage on the missile.
Okay, so with armor-piercing rounds, this
Yes,
will
with
take some
armor-piercing rounds.
damage. So it's not like full-on particle beam blow you the fuck up, or even
And
a rocket launcher.
it's not my RPG. Yeah.
Right. So it will take some armor here to see if we can mitigate some of these 3, 4, 5 damage. So give me 1 second.
4 damage.
2, 3,
2
4
plus
damage.
2.
Yep, 4 damage, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna roll.
But half armor.
Yep, half armor, so it'll only get 3d6 of armor. So let me just go ahead and roll that. One success. All right, so
Too bad a missile can't panic.
yeah, too bad I missed.
Just go straight down. Blows up.
The missile takes 3 damage at least.
It does take 3 damage. You sort of see it, so like you see some of your bolts like you see it like ping 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 ping. Even at this distance, like through the scope.
Oh wait,
Yes,
that means I go full auto because I panicked.
that's correct. So
Does
you
that
have to
do
reload.
additional?
No.
It doesn't do any additional damage.
Nope,
on
because
it.
you only had
If
one
there was
target.
if there was more targets, you would.
If there were
Exactly.
more targets, but there's only the one missile
You haven't hit a
left.
cliff though, so you have to reload it.
Yep. So that
Alright,
means
that's
so
fair.
you just go. "Ah!" You watch as Masters just like screams into the sky, just blasting with everything that she possibly has at this thing, and you see that a couple of your rounds like glance off this missile, but it is still coming in.
Shit, because I am still standing right here.
Summers, it is now up to you.
Okay. Would it cost anything to vault into the smart gunner seat?
No. No. Yes. I'll just say like
Okay.
you quickly move. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vault in and just wearing under my breath, and I'm going to level it, aim, and why the fuck not? Fire full auto.
Don't fire full auto yet because I have to switch your ranged combat to 4 because that's what you have.
Yeah.
All right. You're prepped and ready to go with that light infantry vehicle.
Does
Ready
this
for you.
smart gun turret count as a heavy weapon?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So overall,
Nice.
because aim +2, -2 for long range,
Correct.
+2 from heavy.
Correct. So +2.
Unleash hell.
Nice.
2 successes.
Nice
4
try.
damage of armor piercing.
If you want to do it on full damage.
Yeah, full damage, but I also have to roll my stress.
Yes, indeed.
No. Nice.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
So
that's all going into damage.
so 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, it only had 1 armor left. So you guys watch
I was
as
so close to knocking it out. God damn it.
you guys watch as this missile just starts streaking in, and at the last second, from the smart gun turret, you just watch as this enormous gout of fire comes out of the front, and and
I'm gonna quote the old movie from
Yeah.
long ago. Just hasta la vista, baby.
yeah, fantastic. And then there is this
smell of
just
napalm in the
enormous,
morning.
as the rocket comes in, and just shatters, and just gouts of flame come through the air. The people duck for cover. There is shrapnel, but as far as you're aware, that is it when it comes to this particular combat. And so we are out of combat. The crowd begins to subside just slightly. They no longer freak out / panic. And we are out.
Groose just looks up at the sky. Well, fuck my idea then. Starts walking back towards the power station.
I start immediately yelling at Ziz to get to the evacuation ships again.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a good point where we should take a break. What do you say?
Copy.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. You have saved the base from imminent destruction. Twice.
Damn, we're good. It's like this is our job or something.
Who knew?
And I'm really sad to say this, but I'm gonna have to bounce on the break.
All good. We're gonna give a 10-minute break then, just so we have people can be moving stuffs around. And yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Alien RPG action and see what other things these guys can do in getting rid of. Maybe they can even find these people here. But until then, see you in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you, 10.
All right, folks. We're back.
Back again
For more. So, yeah. The 5 of you have just saved the spaceport from impending doom. The lights, however, are still out. Groose, you can guess maybe with 10 minutes time and a heavy machinery roll, you can get things back to normal, or perhaps somebody else. But what's more disturbing is you are almost positive that somebody did this to the power station.
So, all right. So, good news, regulators. The crisis is solved for the moment. The bad news is we possibly have sabotage on our hands.
What's the likely chance it's one of those those black soldier guys?
Unless, how big was that hole, Matt, in the machinery? Like, we talking like arm size? No, like
Basketball sized.
Unless they got the fist the size of a basketball, I don't think so.
Like it was like a. I mean, it wasn't like a fist. It was like a giant, like a not like a puncture, but just like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a collapse, like someone had hit something so hard that all of the internal mechanics and machinery and metal just impacted inwards, and the radius of which was like about a basketball.
So somebody
like
maybe
sort of impact. Well, it could be a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can look at it if you want to discern more.
okay.
I would like to observe it.
Excellent. I would like to observe.
Just Summers, do me a favor, stay on the guns. Masters, is this civvy situation under control? Because we may need somebody else on the guns too, please.
Kulhavy, I'm assuming that's your observation.
Yep.
Cool. You see that the edges of this impression don't seem to be pushed out, and you don't see any powder burns, so there's no evidence of an explosion at the power station's relay. Like someone had taken something enormous and just drove
Hit it.
into the main power circuits.
Would it be like the back end of a cutting torch in the tank and slamming it in, or more like the arm of a power loader that's supposedly remote controlled and not to be technically messed with?
Probably more of the latter than the former. You don't see any kind of you don't see any burn marks that would indicate well, if you were talking about a cutting torch, like a cutting torch is only about that big.
I'm talking like using the back of the fire extinguisher to just beat the thing in.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Okay.
But it could be any normal, like it could have been something just enormous, round, and most likely metal because it looks just broken in.
And with the +1 on the stunt, is it coming from you? Are there more of them close by? Are there more of them close by? Is there a way to turn that into a sort of, is this a thing that looks like they need to hit multiple spots, or did they just hit the one spot they need to permanently shut down power here?
The latter. This was like a surgical, like someone knew what they were doing.
Is there any way to determine why?
No, not with
they
your
wanted
observation.
to take the power out? Okay. Yeah, boss, this is pretty. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm not sure we're going to be able to just, if we continue to try and fix this problem or defend these folks, we're not actually going to be going off and doing the things that we were instructed to do. And I'm not sure how you feel about that.
No, I mean, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna try and fix it. I need you to take Ryder with you, and you need to go search these real quick. See if you can find them in the dark. You got those pups, right?
I got the pups and the Spectrum. Actually, does the Spectrum scope, would that allow me to... Well, would the pups... Okay, instructional section question, because we're playing with pups now.
Mm-hmm.
Do the pups see, like, infrared or heat signatures, or is it just, like, a camera on a drone?
No, they see heat signatures specifically. That's how they determine if something is a living creature. If you remember, back in the first mission, your good friend Kent Gannon released a pup inside of the Glory of the Proletariat, and he was able to see, at least from his perspective, a map of the entire ship, and didn't see any living creatures inside. Then again, he didn't have the ability to see that these creatures had no infrared signature.
Okay. But the infrared may allow us to find people hiding?
Possibly, yeah. If they have an infrared signature, yeah.
And the difference between the suppressed pups and the regular pups is that it's stealthier and it's like one section versus a whole scanning section, but it makes noise.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. If you remember from, speaking out of character here, the movie, oh my god, not Covenant, the first one. What's it called? Prometheus, yeah. So they release a pup, and it makes a sort of this loud sort of, and as it travels through the whole ship, it makes these noises, and it's pretty obvious what it is. It makes this brilliant red light passes through everything. Suppressed pups make much less noise and much less light.
Yeah, I think I can. If you're interested, boss, I think I can check out a certain section. If we know where they're going to be, I can be quiet about it.
Well, we don't know where they're going to be. That's the problem. We got multiple locations where they could be.
So if we do one by one, Ryder and I could probably check these things out and keep it clandestine as possible.
Right. So I mean, you got the hotel. They could be in the hotel. They could be in the terminal. Or they could be at the checkpoint. Or beyond the checkpoint, the accommodation block. But you have to go out through the checkpoint, which I'm sure the Blackguard are guarding, so make that your last stop if you got to go out there.
Oh, which one are we starting off first then?
By this time, I'm going to go ahead and say that Masters comes back to you guys, and she's like panting. She's like, oh, shit. Oh, man. That was a mess. I think I got one of those things with Betsy. Pretty awesome, though, right?
It's a damn good shot.
That was pretty damn awesome, Masters.
Had to clean up one of your messes, though.
The fuck?
What?
Yeah, I saw you fine up there along with the other black suits. Don't worry, I got you.
Whatever. What are we doing now?
All right. All right. Well, I mean, if you guys want to have that pissing contest, you two man the guns, Summers and Masters. You guys man the gun. Ryder and Kulhavy are gonna go look around and see if we can find our VIPs. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and fix this power station so we can actually leave.
Let's sorry if we do a quick sweep then. Start with the terminal, then the hotel, and then the accommodation. Yeah.
That's my thoughts. If we do one building at a time with a suppressed pup,
right.
we can at least kind of get an idea what we're in for. Although, obviously, if there's anything that doesn't come up on infrared or any sort of other spectrum that's available with the scopes, then we're
blind regardless.
I'm going to gesture to the 2 harpoon guns, kind of Deadpool styled on my back, and say, that's what the quiet weapons are for.
Okay, then.
And then I'm just going to start marching off in the direction and start playing with the PDAT so I can get the pups up and working. And I'll pull Wedge out.
All right. So let's bring our teams of people, split the party, to
All
so
right.
where you guys are going to be. So in my mind I know where you guys are going to go. So yeah, we got Rhyder and Kulhavy over here at the terminal. Cool. And are you guys skipping over the ship services building or?
I mean,
that's where these are, right? So there's the ship services building, the terminal building, and then the hotels here. I didn't know. You guys didn't say, so I didn't know.
Maybe we said we were gonna check terminal, hotel, then accommodations.
Okay, cool. So you skip the ship services building and sort of saunter down to the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you get there? It's a relatively small, like single-story building.
No.
I would like to send the pup around the outside and just kind of do like a radar ping of the rooms along the edges.
Okay.
So that way when we get into the hallways, it'll ping the hallways and we can have a full map of each floor as we go.
Yep.
Around the outside.
Around the outside. So yeah, the pup does a quick sort of survey of the area around. It shows that the building has like what you'd assume to be like some offices, a large room that seems to have an enormous amount of actually people inside. And there are people moving to and fro. You also see that there's a small vehicle parking lot to the south of the building. And you see that there are 3 light VTOL gyro cars and an NR9 ATV parked there as well. That's what you can see from outside.
Does it look like most of the parking slots are filled and anyone is missing, or it's just like a couple random vehicles?
It's just random vehicles. You see that many of them are either were never there or are just gone.
Okay.
So what are we looking at?
The concentration of people is probably the best bet. We can head on inside and we can head on inside, and your sharp eyes can keep a lookout for these 2 folks we've got the faces on.
Sure.
Or we could go back to back, search twice as fast, but run the risk of not finding what we're looking for. If we split up even within the building and anything goes wrong, then we're not there to have each other's backs. But we'll just have to go building by building and level by level. Are there any clumps where it looks like there's just 1 or 2 people? Because we were told that the code breakers were trying to be separate from everybody, right?
Well, no, I don't think that was necessarily something you probably inferred.
And that they were trying to get off planet, and we needed to reacquire them for information gathering.
Essentially correct.
So let's start down by the vehicle bay.
Okay.
And see if there's anybody trying to jury rig one of these vehicles out of here.
Okay. So you sort of move around to the south side of the building. You see that like I said, there's this small vehicle parking lot. Nobody is in it. And these sort of gyro cars and ATV are there, unmanned at this point.
Looks like the parking lot's clear.
Does it look like there's... Yeah. Can I see with my eyes if there's anything that's been tampered with as compared to just using the pup to scan the area? Like, did somebody peel out of here?
You could make an observation check. Okay, yeah, with 2 successes.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't see that. You don't see that people peeled out, so to speak, right? You don't see like tire marks on the ground or anything like that.
Well, if they did get out of here, they're being pretty quiet and sneaky about it, which means we might have to look harder. I feel like we're missing a piece of information, but I don't know if we should be talking to these people. Maybe we should. You're good with people, right, Ryder?
I'm good at killing people.
Missing a word.
is
You're missing a word.
Technically correct way to answer my question. Well, I guess we can go in and start going face by face. Let's go up and go face by face.
Then.
All right.
And we start whatever the elevator door or
Yeah, I mean, there's like a main door to the terminal.
Yep.
So,
I guess floor by floor up.
Yeah, I mean, you go in the main door to the terminal, and immediately you see people milling to and fro. You see that there are, for the most part, people with medical equipment. Actually, for the most part, pushing people in stretchers or trying to apply medical aid to people who have been wounded. And you hear a whole bunch of hubbub and noise to one side of this building, and you see that there's an older woman. She's got tightly sort of kept gray and black hair, and she's ordering people to and fro. No. That guy, he's... You got to give him 30 cc's of etrazine. If you're... Listen, don't make me do this myself. I have no time for this shit. Can anybody get me a light? I can't see a goddamn thing around here.
Flick on my lamp for her.
And she sort of like covers her eyes for a second. She's like, okay, not in my face. Not in my face, please.
Shoulder down. Pin it away.
Oh, great. A soldier. Super. Yeah, how can I help you?
Well, I think the question is, other than needing the light, how can I help you, Miss Dr.
Williams, Alanya Williams. I'm a medical
Dr.
examiner.
Williams.
I'm not a doctor.
Emmy Williams. And can you update us on how things are going in here without the power? We're trying to make sure every section is secure.
Yeah, this is, I mean, we've set up a field hospital as best we could. I don't know how long you've been here, but there have been casualties. The battle is still raging, as you can see and hear, probably. But when they first got here, there was quite a lot of damage done to some of the buildings, and we lost some really good people.
And do you have a list of the dead by chance?
Yeah, I think we can. Why do you want?
We're just trying to make sure everyone is accounted for. We were sent down here to help on out, and I'd like to know if we're missing anybody with all of these people being scattered from the spaceport I mean, you heard the bomb, so it's not like I can do much to stop that, but I can try and keep everybody safely organized so that you're not going looking for strays when it's...
Yeah, I told your boss already about these two folks. I don't know what's the deal, why you guys have to keep asking me about this.
Which boss was that again?
That
Just for my redundancy's sake. You know the military.
You have more than one boss?
Well, there's the whole chain of command. It's really stupid. I don't disagree with you, but if you could, like, maybe just who was it that you told?
Yeah,
about?
the
What
woman.
was it, 2 people?
No, the woman, the really tall sort of.
Uptight one.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, she kind of got in my face a little bit, but yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I know her. And you said she was looking for 2
I
people.
hope you know her. Yeah. Yeah, she was looking
Well.
for these.
Hawa and Dr. Luke.
That's the ones. Yeah. Chawala.
Shoot a
And
glance over
Lou?
at her.
Yeah, I mean, I told her I saw this, these people like sneaking around a while back, avoiding security, but I don't know where they went.
Where did you see them sneaking around?
I mean, I saw them sneaking around here at the terminal and outside. They seemed really suspicious, but I don't know, like, I saw them for a sec. I said, "What are you guys doing?" And then they just they ran for it.
Which direction did they run?
Just
for redundancy's sake.
I mean, I guess they ran in the direction of the. Well, I guess of the freezer tank. Well, you know, the freezing complex, the flash freezing complex. I could be wrong though. I mean, right? I don't even know.
That's the thing to the north, Matt.
So yeah, there is in fact to the north. There's a building to the north of the fuel tanks. That was on the map. Right here.
Remind me what's special about the flash freezing complex again?
Oh, if you remember, the majority of the export off of Pandora is mariculture, meaning the growth and sale, or I should say export, of aquaculture life.
Oh, right, yeah. Like
some of which is fish.
Kind of yeah, they gotta keep it fresh, like frozen, all that kind of stuff.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Okay. Huh.
And, I know it's stupid, but how many hours ago were they sneaking around and running in that direction?
I mean, that was yesterday.
Okay. I'll go tell Bossy Tall Lady about that at, Emmy Williams it was. Thank you very much for your assistance.
You know
certainly, yeah.
At that point, I've got to whisper, you think the same set of people might be the one that sabotaged the power?
I think it's entirely possible, but we should probably
continue with our
keep our eyes out anyway. A day is a long time. They could be hiding back in any piles. That's what I don't like about this.
So we're going to switch the camera now to Groose. Groose, you've been working on the emergency power, trying to reroute it to a backup generator, if at all possible, that they had offline at the power station. So go ahead and make your heavy machinery roll, please. And let's see how well you do.
Has this been I'm assuming this took a shift, right?
It took a turn.
Let's
hope it doesn't take a turn for the worse.
Oh, yeah. No kidding. Aha!
Okay.
Howdy.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're able, after about 10-15 minutes, to bring the emergency power back online. You see that the power levels, which would normally be at 100%, are only at 33%, though.
Shit. Okay.
So the good news is that you expect that this will probably last maybe another hour or two. That you will have power routed now to the phalanx particle beam gun as well.
Yeah, I think that's what the primary objective was, to get that gun up and running.
It is up and running. Yeah, you sort of like take a quick look outside, and you see the gun is sort of tracking the skies.
All right. Good news, guys. We got the phalanx up, so we can be mobile. This will only last a little while, though. So, how are you guys looking on the finding people?
Found a group of civvies that made some kind of field, like medical doctor area.
Okay. Any sign?
They seem to have seen them yesterday. We're down at the terminal now, sir. They saw them yesterday, and they said something about heading north to a maritime flash freezing complex.
I think that's the building northeast of here.
Yeah, they said it was a day ago, so there's maybe something north there that was sabotaged, and now they've been running around for a day. I'm not entirely sure how best to find them. I feel like we're just looking for a needle in a field of haystacks right now.
Awesome. Tell you what, since you're there at the terminal, check the hotel and come back and meet us at the hover tanks after you're back with that.
Copy that. And we'll head down to the hotel and do the same thing. Scan the outside level by level.
Masters and Summers, what are you guys doing? I'll obviously speak for Masters.
Just keep an eye on what's going on. I'm going to be checking all my gear to see if it's good to go, and if I can, I'll just pull an extra reload of the smart gun off the tank.
Okay.
And otherwise, just keeping a look around at the people milling about if there are any.
Okay, cool. Note that you did lose one reload during the
So I go back to even.
The skirmish. Yep. Cool. All right. Yeah, Masters says something under her breath, like, you would need something fucking pulling their shit off of other people. Whatever.
Some people need prom dresses, some people need corsages.
Ooh,
Sort of
nice.
looks at you like, you need a corsage? But you never went to a... Never mind. That makes all the sense in the world. That's great.
I can't tell if that was an insult or like.
Can't be sure.
I
All right.
confirm or deny.
Okay, we're not gonna. We can go down that street in a different town. All right. So, Kulhavy and Rhyder. You leave. I assume the terminal. I don't know where you guys go next.
Down to the hotel.
Okay. The hotel is a 2-story building. It's relatively Spartan looking, at least from the outside. And there's an entryway. A single entryway.
Is that entryway forced open?
Oh, it's one of these like sliding doors. There's no actual name for the hotel, so I would love it if one of you guys would give me the name for the hotel.
Ooh.
Hotel Transylvania.
Think maritime, right? This is
Okay.
this is Pandora.
Hotel
It's
California.
Hotel.
okay then.
Oh, boy.
I'll remember that. But you can never leave. All right.
Oh my god.
He said it. If anything happens in there, it's his fault.
Noted. Duly noted. I swear to God, if you lose a second character in there.
It's now your fault.
Okay, so you enter the Hotel California. I love it.
Such a lovely place.
Such a lovely face. There's no one
Such a
inside.
lovely. Oh!
Yeah. Oh God. You go into the hotel. There's nobody inside the main lobby.
Okay. I'm gonna send the pup around the inside hallways.
Pup returns to you. There's no one that the pup can see
Nobody else.
in the areas that it can get to.
Those are like only like this single floor, or is it like?
Yeah, it's a
You said
2-floor
2 floors?
building. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Can I flick on infrared and see if the pup can see anybody cut off from us? Or can I use the infrared spotter on the scope, actually? Can I just, like, sort of look through the walls and see if there's anything...
Yeah, this is not predator vision, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. But, yeah, you can, I mean, you could check around if you wanted to. It's up to you.
Might as well make a quick sweep and like listen around.
Yeah, make an observation roll, actually. Let's just start from there. Let's go from there.
Like
I can work with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
I see things.
You see lots of things.
Oh.
Let's get what you get. Ryder, hit me with a panic, but I doubt that anything's going to happen with you, Ryder. Yeah, you're good. So I'll go with what Kulhavy has with his 4 successes. And Ryder, I'll give you what you get with your 1.
I've been rolling nothing but 1 successes.
Hey, you know, 1 is better than 0.
Better than none.
Yep. Ryder,
Passing grade.
you sort of look around the main lobby. There's nobody there. There's nobody at, at the reception desk. You see that there's a book at the front desk of guests, and you sort of leaf through it, and just in the last like few days, everybody's checked out. Except for one room.
Ooh.
Which one?
Registered to a Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Wow, that's not suspicious.
Uh,
Oh.
which
It was a
floor?
seminal movie from 2003.
Oh well, you know, but
It was okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah. It was,
Terrible movie.
oh, it's awful.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and sort of like dovetail that into Kulhavy's observation and say, Kulhavy, you note that when you sort of make a quick sweep of the second floor, that there is a single door that has a light over it, indicating that there's
It's
occupancy, but it actually has, it says "Do not disturb," and the lock is busted. You sort of like jiggle the lock, and you hear like the lock is completely like not working. It's not locked. It's just completely like broken.
Can I also use the observation stunts to see if there's how do I get in or past this broken lock? Like, is there
Break
another
the
way?
fucking door down.
Right. Just figured I'd try and make sure I run through the stunts. Yeah, no. This is suspicious as hell, and I will take the useless cutting torch, and just sort of like bash at the lock for a second.
Yeah.
And then hand on the new auto rifle that I picked up. Can I sling that actually?
Sure.
Yeah, so it's like I've got it slung and ready to just kind of whip up if I need to, and then just bash down with that and step back with the gun drawn.
Okay.
Jesus.
Ryder, you watch Kulhavy do this. What do you do?
I guess I'll come along, like, with a pistol in hand. Just keep an overwatch just in case.
Okay.
Like, for when the door opens and if anything were to jump out, you know.
You know, I can't help you aim that any better without my spotter scope. It works better with the sniper rifle because the technology talks to each other. You're going to be able to shoot somebody with that pistol by yourself.
Height spaces, but...
Well, it's like
I have
nearsighted and farsighted, right? With
I mean, I have
glasses, you don't.
I mean,
No.
I have a pistol and a sniper. Wait, so you want me to use a sniper?
You do what you do, buddy. I'm just gonna get this door open.
I'm so confused, actually, in out of game.
Maybe I should take the banter talent for this game.
I am so confused.
I know.
Okay.
I was trying to play with this character idea we were talking about last session. Never mind.
It works. It works.
It's pretty good.
It's like the Odd Couple. All right, so you wham at this door. Clink. The door flies open. And the first thing that you notice is that the room stinks of death.
I got chills.
Is this the kind of creepy shit that I'm supposed to shoot at without questioning? Because that smells disgusting.
As the room's
That's,
door flies open and the smell hits you in the face, I want both of you to take an
God.
additional stress point. That's the first thing that you do. On the floor of this room are two figures, and their heads have been turned in the opposite direction of their bodies that are facing down on the floor.
Oof.
I regret this decision.
Because their heads are facing towards you, you can see their faces pretty clearly that are wide in shock, and they are those of Doctors Chalwa and Lou.
Oh shit.
Hey, boss, we lost a good mustache today. There's something twisted these things' necks. I found him.
What? Are they dead?
They're dead.
Yeah, boss, they're pretty dead.
Fuck!
Can I make an observation from the doorway and try and
Fuck.
figure out what it is that... Like, you said that... Describe the corpses again?
Sure. Face down on the floor. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Face up on the floor. Face up,
Twist
body
the neck.
down on the floor. Both of them sort of haphazardly placed at different points of the room.
So, was this a... Someone killed...
Ryder, I think we get to do the best thing ever. We get to be detectives for a minute. Solve a mystery. Because we need to figure out how these two died.
Sorry.
And I would like to make an observation
What
roll on the
the
room.
fuck is this?
I don't know, but I'm doing it.
What?
I'm gonna-
do I
I'm
have
gonna
to
walk
pull
into
out the
the room and I am
Matlock
gonna
music?
go.
What do I have to do here? What's
I
going
am
on?
going to start stroking my glorious mutton chops,
Oh my God.
and pacing around the dead bodies.
Boom,
Someone
boom, dun, dun,
please
dun,
call.
dun,
Dead serious. No, like he
dun.
thinks that he's now
Boom,
able to
boom,
be like
dun, dun, dun,
detective.
dun,
He's going to use
dun.
all of his scouting skills. Like this makes complete sense to him.
Someone please give Kulhavy a deer stalker.
Ryder's Watson. This is fantastic. I was thinking more like Law and Order, CSI, CS.
It's just CSI Pandora. There you go.
CSI
Wait.
Pandora.
CSI
Pandora?
USMC.
US CMC. Yeah, there's just too many like letters in it. Yeah.
That's a lot of letters. Holy crap.
CSI US
Alright,
CMC.
So we both rolled two successes. And
Okay.
I rolled my panic.
So
Better panic.
clearly,
I did.
yeah, nothing good with that panic. At least from my perspective. So here's what you get from your observations. Excuse me. Number one, their necks have been clearly broken. They didn't break each other's necks. Something or someone just turned their head 180 degrees, snapping their necks. You see that Dr. Liu wears a gold ring, which, as you sort of like are looking at it, you see that it has the a symbol of like a it's like a caduceus, but instead of the snakes forming around like a winged serpent thing, it has like a brain. Now you've seen this symbol before. It is the symbol of the Gahol God Institute.
Okay.
Here's the thing that you find, Ryder, when you look for the similar ring on Dr. Chala's finger, you realize that the ring isn't there because the finger isn't there.
So, if I'm guessing, killed these bastards and just decided to take one of their fingers for that ring.
Well, the thing is, you find the finger maybe like 10 seconds later. It's on the
But no
floor.
ring?
Well, you look at the finger, you sort of pick it up off the ground, and there is a mark, as if the finger itself was like, you know, had that ring for decades, but it's not on the finger.
Boss, is there anywhere on this base that the Gahol Institute
Gahol
would
God.
need, Gahol God Institute would need to access to privately?
Just like Groose stops and thinks for a minute. Here on base, I think maybe the flash freeze facility, but I think there was another. Didn't we hear about like another building off-site that was like more research stuff, or was that?
Yes, on the other island.
Yeah,
Damn
the
it.
Gahol God
Okay.
Institute is actually on the island.
Yeah,
Okay, well, it would appear that whoever killed them has decidedly got a way in, because there's a missing ring with the logo of the thingy. So we may want to head north and check out that flash freeze real quick and see what the hell they may have sabotaged, but I think what we're actually looking for is not on this island.
I mean they were what we were looking for, so technically
Whatever
we're
they
done
were.
here.
Yeah, I mean, you look around the room. There's no papers. There's no any evidence of their work. That's in this room.
So, like,
The only thing.
actually,
The only thing.
Sorry.
Not at all. I'll allow you this. That because you rolled 2 successes on your observation, that each of you find something distinctly interesting. Number 1, you find in the corner of the room that there is a when you open it, it's like a briefcase, and you sort of look at it. It's got these sort of strange like computerized locks on it, which you could just sort of press down and hear. And like when you open the case and it sort of opens automatically, you see that there are lots of wires and a couple of like prongs on it. and it's made by a company called Siegson.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, you recognize it as an Android diagnostic kit. That's the first thing you find, Kulhavy. The thing that you find under the bed, Ryder, is a flute.
The fuck?
A small flute made out of bone or resin. Not quite sure.
This is good.
For a minute there, I thought we were going to call the Dragon's Order.
Through the helmet. You got to go through the helmet.
Yeah.
But yeah, just grabbing a hold of this flute. Like, why the hell would they carry this thing around?
Why would they carry this thing around?
I'm not paying enough to figure this kind of shit out.
Here, throw the flute in here, and I'll close the briefcase up, and I'll stick it between my pack and my shoulder blades. And
You think
all right, boss, we're heading back to you.
Copy. See you in a minute.
I wonder if these two were like forced to come here.
Oh, before I leave, can I take the other ring?
Sure.
Yeah.
Good call.
Sort of.
Yeah.
What were you
Pull it off of-
saying about interrogated?
I just wonder, like, with the way they were killed and their positioning and whatnot, I wonder if it was like an interrogation or torture.
Doesn't seem so, Ryder. Based on your observation, it seems like their deaths came swiftly. They were shocked, as you can tell by the looks on their faces. And their deaths actually were relatively recent, less than a day.
Still warm.
So,
And the-
obviously, from what like the scene looks like, this is above game, obviously, because it's just like, obviously, if they have that android kit, probably something went berserk and killed them.
We don't know that.
Something that plays the flute and
That's-
sounds
that's an
vaguely
idea.
like Michael Fassbender.
Perhaps.
Well, we're above the table.
We're
We can go
above.
back to
I don't know where you're
Go
getting
back
this
table.
information
All right, go back
from.
down.
Where are you getting all this shit from? You Marines. You don't watch movies
Somewhere
like
from the
this.
grave. Mac is just double fingers in the air right now.
She's Michael Flute Bender over here.
Ooh.
Anyways, we're gonna head back to.
That's a Jonathan, by the way. Jonathan says that. I just read it.
Nice.
Well, the Eyes Spy Detective Agency is on the case.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
You're just like,
And
over
with
the comms,
that-
just like, don't make me regret pairing you two up, okay?
It's cool. It's cool, Groose. I'll just kill them both, and that way you won't have to worry about it. That's all right.
I,
No!
I-
Please! Not my friends!
I regret being paired up like this.
Okie dokie.
And then I'm going to turn and say, "Come on, Ryder. The game's a finger," and just walk out the door.
God!
Oh.
It's just like, it's just,
Give me opportunities, and I will get banter back. Don't let
Just-
me do this. Kill me now.
you just see Groose just like he's still in the engine room, in the engineering room. It's like throw something. It's like, fuck, that was funny.
Suddenly, 17 missiles.
Yeah,
Yes. Missiles fall, and he dies.
yeah, really.
That's the
No,
alien RPG way of doing it. All right.
Yeah, no, Kulhavy's just going to be like, all right. He grabs the ring, and he takes the briefcase, and we start marching north back to the hover cars.
Okay. Move yourselves.
Sorry, you can take the bard out of the character.
You don't want to go back to the accommodation block, I assume?
Just quietly aim the. I just quietly aim the sniper at Cavani real quickly, like I could do it.
So quick.
Do it. I could do it.
I can fucking do it.
I take your loaded question, and I know that it implies something, but I don't know what it's implying right now. And I have information suggesting I'm supposed to
And,
ignore it.
You
So
know,
in character, I'm going to say no. We just
Okay.
head back to Groose.
yeah.
Roger that.
If it occurs to me, I'll change my mind.
Hey, it's your choices.
All right,
That
when,
make the
when we
game.
get back, let me know.
Yeah, you guys are still at the hotel, so move your
I
your
figured it
ass.
Out of Hotel California. Yeah.
I guess you can. Hotel California.
Oh my god.
Boss, I was thinking about it on the march up here. We've got some medical experts in that field tent. We could ask them about this island and see if we maybe get some recon on what the hell we're going to be walking into over there. It's not the best idea, but it exposes us a little bit as clearly knowing something, but it could get us information.
Kulhavy, we're done here, man. Those people are dead. They were our only mission, and they're dead. So whatever they had, I don't think we were tasked with collecting documents off of them or anything else like that.
Well, here's the confusing thing, boss. There was this ring with the Institute logo on it, and that Institute's over east is that way, that island. And then there's this giant-ass briefcase with some sort of controls in it. I'm good with comms. I don't know what the hell this is.
So you remember that? You remember that weird bullshit I was talking about?
This is weird bullshit.
Yeah, you're like knee deep in it right now, dude.
Oh God, really?
This is what we were going with. Nah,
Yep.
it's a metaphor. It's metaphorical.
Okay. Sorry.
It's pretty much on the nose.
But
Kulhavy.
you see, we're just Summers, Masters, get out of here. I want to talk to everybody.
Master sort of falls in. She's like, "What?"
Are we like?
Like I said, we're technically fucking done here. We can call for evac and be out of here.
Oh yeah, sure. With all these like rockets and shit. Yeah, no problem.
I mean, yeah. Really, this. Okay,
I mean,
that's
it's
fair. But hear me out. So we can either call and wait for evac, however fucking long that takes, or we could use the stuff we have here. Like we could investigate this fucking he points to the ring in Kulhavy's hand. This fucking shit. Figure out what the fuck they're doing over at the quick drive facility or at the other thing off base.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't you mention like some two sneaky motherfuckers are going somewhere?
They're going towards the.
No, they're dead now.
Those were the same people?
Are the corpses?
Are you sure?
Yes, because she specified the doctors, and we've just identified the bodies, and we've got body cams on us because
Point
it's
of
the Marine
clarification, Kulhavy.
That.
Williams never said the doctors.
No, yeah,
Oh.
but
That
No.
inference was incorrect, I believe.
yeah.
Okay, I was wrong.
They could
We
be,
are-
Well,
but they could just as well not be.
But we are all regrouped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're all
could you guys
here.
move on up?
Yeah.
Moving on up. Thank
Just,
you. Thank you.
So the point being is we can only do so much on the ground. We can go. We
That's fair.
can try and get to the bottom of this stuff. We could try and look for the people who sabotaged. He points back to the power station. This shit. But we need to make a decision here, which is why
Well, I've only doubts that evac's gonna come anytime soon because of what the fuck is going on.
in standard McAuliffe fashion, I'm just gonna put it to a vote. Want to go look into this shit, or we want to get the fuck out of here, you guys?
Masters sort of speaks up and she says, I mean, listen, I want to get these people off planet as best I can. If there are things that are stopping these people from getting off the planet, I want to make sure that is dealt with. But when it comes to our mission, we're done. But on the other hand, we're not going anywhere, boss. Like, this shit is not... It's not like we're gonna, fucking hail a cab and have the dropships come and pick us up. They're gonna get blown out of the goddamn sky.
Yeah, that's why I asked to put it to a vote.
So I vote we
let's
stay
vote for staying.
until... I vote we stay until there's a better course of action.
Everybody else?
I don't think it can hurt to see if we try and send a communication up to the Tamatam.
Yeah, maybe we can get some reinforcements or some shit.
Yeah,
See, that's a great idea. That's why I asked.
We'll have time anyway.
I'm aware we're,
I don't know
As
about
far as
that,
I-
Summers.
as far as I'm aware, we're pretty much stuck here. So
Okay, well,
let's whenever our opportunity arrives.
tell you what. Well, how are we going to communicate with the Tambatam? Everything's down besides the gun.
No, none of. By the way, like again, important for clarification, the power station gave power to the entire spaceport.
Yeah.
Not just the
okay.
gun.
Okay, cool. I wasn't.
It's
I wasn't
just
sure.
enough to power the spaceport for about 2 or 3 hours, though.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. You guys look around at the places we haven't checked yet. I'll go down to the air traffic control tower, see if we can get a message to the Tampa Tam. I'll be on comms. Everybody stay in contact, stay close, stay safe.
Would it make more sense to have Summers do that, sir, so you could assess the necessity? Masters make the comm call so that you can assess the situation as it's developing.
I'm fine with that. Whatever works.
See, you know, I knew I liked you for a reason, Kulhavy, and it's just like it just keeps getting better. All right, it's good. Let's go.
Thanks, boss.
All right, so
I like you too.
I'll go to
Good guy.
the tower. To the tower. Hooray. Whatever.
More
Go
cardio.
this way. If anything
Well,
else flies by, you can shoot him now that you know you can hit him from the ground.
Right?
You know, I like the way you're thinking, Red. I like
The
you.
win-win scenario.
I like you. Cool. I'll see if I see you. And then she just gives you sort of a half-assed salute and
Really fucking morbid. It's a
moves,
hell of a way to say goodbye.
moves down to the ATCC. What happens to her? We'll find out next time. Okay.
Dragon Ball.
All right. What do the 4 of you guys want to do?
Okay. So we haven't
Let's talk.
checked.
Yeah, what's the plan here?
A part of me still wants to figure out what the hell is going on at the freezing complex, but
So that's where we can go north there. There's nothing in the power station. There's nothing in there besides the broken shit that I barely managed to fix. So I'm thinking we go to the Maritime Flash Freezing Complex. Then we head down to the checkpoint and the accommodation block. We don't find anything there. We'll head to that facility over yon next island. Sound good?
good for
Sounds
me.
good.
All right. Let's take these things with us so we have bigger guns in case we need them.
Cool. So you're gonna drive these hover tanks.
Indeed. I'd rather have big guns and not need them than need big guns and not have them.
My hover tank is full of eels. All right.
You know what?
Does anyone remember that?
Yep.
Thank you. I'm not the only person. My hovercraft is full of eels. All right.
Old school. Actually, real quick before we do, can I just go down and confirm with medical examiner Williams the descriptions of the 2 people?
Yeah, she
Well,
didn't give you a very good description. I will give you
No.
that. She basically just said 2 sneaky, 1 man, 1 woman. You know, in and
I
around.
made assumptions.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, let me see if I can just go back and charm her for more information because I'm so good at talking to people with this character.
Clearly.
Sure. I'll give you 10 minutes of RP. Go.
Great. I don't even need 10.
Hey, that's
I
what,
just need.
that's what she said.
I just need 1 manipulation roll.
Take the tank.
observation
We'll meet you back here.
All right. Tell me what's the gist? Yeah.
The gist is, I want to come back and go. Thank you very much. We checked the hotel and didn't find anybody. If you could describe them again for me, that'd be great because my boss is doing her sassy pants thing with all the guys in the black uniforms. I just want to be really helpful because I want to get the hell off this place and I want to get you guys off this place. If you help me, I'll help you.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't see them that well. They were hiding under these sort of large green ponchos, but the woman, she looked like she was in her 20s. She had long blonde hair. The man, sort of dark skin, dark brown skin.
Not the same.
Yeah, he was also kind of young, like in his 20s. Black hair. That's the best I can give you from 10 seconds of seeing them yesterday.
It's definitely not a match then, at least.
Yeah.
No, not at all a match. Thank you very much. I appreciate you giving me that information. I can now forward this up the chain of command, which is where it's the most important thing to do all the things.
Yeah.
And Medical Examiner Williams, if there's anything I can do, I will make sure that you are the first person contacted, and your field's situational here will be some of the first people properly evac'd out of this scenario.
Yeah, hey.
Thank you.
If you guys had anything to do with the power coming back on, that was great. That was a godsend, honestly.
Yeah,
the more
that's-
people we can
that's
get
what
off
we're
planet in decent shape enough to be moved, the better.
Just,
The regulators may be a little unusual as Marine platoons go, but we're here to help.
I'm sorry.
USMC thanks you.
The what?
The regulators. That's what my boss calls us. It's a cool name. I like it.
It's a cool name. Trust me.
She sort of like hides her hand in front of her mouth, like, okay, cool, yeah.
Just like actually, Groose thinks what this thing was saying. Yeah, hey, Kulhavy, you said that was a field hospital?
Yeah, that's what you described it as.
You got machinery and stuff there?
There's some machinery here, yeah.
Okay.
There's a bunch of doctor folk.
Please inform her that like there may or may not be some civvies hiding in the cargo bay that may or may not need medical attention. So if they want to send somebody over there to check at some point to see if there's anybody injured in the cargo bay, please inform them to do so.
And if you're looking to take on more patients and increase your business and sales, the cargo bay to the north has got some extra patients for you.
Cargo center.
I don't know.
But,
Cargo center.
Yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. We'll go send someone to take a look around, see if there's anybody left there.
Cool. I appreciate that.
Hey.
We thank you.
No, thank you. I think we're done here, but thank you very much.
You got it.
Yeah.
Figured out my character. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And I started strolling north.
Finger guns. Okay. Hey.
No, real guns.
Yeah. Okay. There's like this awkwardness, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And she's like, "Okay, you can."
walk
So
away.
do you Pandora often? No, I'm not doing
She
it.
just slowly turns.
Of all the things that I'm going to waste time on for these poor people watching us on chat, this is not one.
Thank you. Okay.
I think. Hold on. I think the last thing I see in chat is no.
Yeah, that was a while back.
It was
That has
a while
nothing to
back,
do
but
with
still
Kulhavy.
it applies.
Yeah. Thank you, CJ James. All right. So, you rejoin your compatriots in arms and bring yourselves to the Maritime Flash Freezing Complex, which I will.
I described to Groose that we have two totally different people being sneaky and suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Be suspicious. Okay, so the Maritime
Exactly who they are.
Flash Freezing Complex. You see that there's like a whole bunch of conveyors that are moving into this building. And there are some rather large tractors at the southern entrance to this building as well that you see that they have their main sort of metallic I guess arms where they would normally sort of push stuff into the building. They are affixed to a rather large, maybe 10-foot tall tube, which enters the building from the south. The enormous stink of fish comes out of this tube like nothing you've ever experienced before, except maybe the stink of death, which you experienced only like half an hour ago. But yeah, this is clearly some way of transporting fish into this particular building.
Real quick though. Yeah, hey Masters, eyes up for a blonde female, in mid-20s, and a black-haired male, 20s, in probably about the same age range. They were sneaking around suspiciously, so if you see anybody matching roughly that description, they may or may not be the people who sabotaged the power station. Just beware.
Okay, roger that.
And that's what Groose said. So, are we gonna? We're just gonna go in and take a look around, yeah.
Well, I was going to puppet first.
Oh, right. There you
I don't see why
go.
not.
Proceed to the pupping.
Observation check.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll it. And what pups, do they give you an observation bonus?
They would.
It doesn't specify in the stuff that I had written down here. Let's see if I can find anything. +2 to ComTech rolls to carry out these tasks.
Nice.
Correct equipment needed in all cases. Portable uplink terminal, for example, is needed to remote pilot a dropship, evac fighter, or APC.
But you have your spotter scope.
Oh no, sorry. That's the remote ability. Never mind, I take it back.
Yes. And the spotter scope allows you to roll observation with a +1 bonus to a sniper. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the pup would probably give you a +1 bonus to an observation utilizing the pup.
Then I will pup survey.
Pup survey.
My God.
Well, the good news is
Lots of successes. 3 successes. Hit me with that. Hit me with that beautiful bean footage there. With the with Le Panique.
Panique,
Hello?
panique.
How low can you go, buddy?
Deep breath.
5 stress
5
tests.
panics.
Okay.
Oh.
Good news and bad news. Good news.
Yep.
Your observation is a success. Your bad news, of course, is that the 8, I believe, I believe that's nervous twitch. I will double check here on the panic roll. Tremble. Thank you. All skill rolls suffer a -2 modification until the panic stops. So, important. Please note that. Okay. So yeah, you watch the panic rises slowly but surely up your spine as the pup goes into the building.
Skill rolls using agility specifically, sorry.
That's true. Yep. Makes a survey. You do see that the pup finds a single person inside this building.
Okay. Single person. Boss, we got somebody in there.
Alive?
Yeah, it seems to be, according to the pup here. They're, and I'm going to point in the direction of where they are in the building.
All right, well, let's go get him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going in sneakily, or are you just going brashly in?
No, we're gonna sneak in.
No, we're going as quiet as possible at this point. It's probably best if we're settled now.
Cool. So make a mobility roll.
Summers, do you wanna come with, or you wanna stay out?
No, I'll go with you.
And with
All right, cool.
stealthy, I guess.
Right.
Everybody, I think
Aside from
Mobility of
gravitation,
trace.
isn't it the lowest one has to roll?
That is a good point. Yeah, for stealth, it's the one who has the lowest mobility.
Right.
So it
I
looks
think-
like Kulhavy has an 8 mobility. Ryder has a 7
Come on.
mobility.
I have a 6.
Okay.
so it's gonna be Groose because I got 7.
Wow.
Go ahead,
Oh, really?
Bruce.
Wow, I'm the lowest? Who
You
knew?
are.
Yeah.
I'm fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get a +2 from taking the stealthy talent. So yeah,
Nice.
it would be 6, but 8.
All right, so Groose, go ahead and roll your mobility, and let's see what you get. 1 success, 1 panic.
Shite.
Can't re-roll that one, unfortunately. And you get
6.
an 8. Okay. So again,
Huh.
so 6. So you keep it together, and you are able to, the 4 of you, stealthily move into the building.
Let me tell you, nerves of steel saving lives
Yeah,
Just
Best,
very good.
one of the best talents. One of the best talents, absolutely.
by far.
Okay. So, as you move into the building,
Okay.
you do notice that there is a lot of machinery noise in here. You hear the whir and hum of a variety of mechanical instruments and machinery, which sort of drowns out to some degree a little bit of the ambiance of the battle that has been occurring over the last 2 hours, at least, maybe more, over time. So let me just give you that. Give me 1 second to remove.
Hopefully that gives them a disadvantage on ability to hear us coming.
Which is true, exactly.
Mhm.
Indeed,
Mhm.
exactly. That is the reason why I stated as much. Here we go. Yeah, there's like all kinds of weird, like electrical like noises and engine noises too. There you go.
Okay.
Side note, like, just like Groose like leans over to Kulhavy as quietly as possible. Kulhavy, if you see black goop anywhere on any person at any time, shoot them. Do not
Copy that.
ask why. Just shoot.
Can I ask you why now?
They're gonna turn into an alien, bro.
You really got to sit me down and talk about this, possibly over alcohol, because you're giving me some crazy fucking ideas,
Yeah. Okay.
and I don't like
do-
that.
For now, for
Yeah.
this mission, black goop, shoot it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Roger that, sir. That I can follow.
Don't
man.
worry, man. If anything, they gotta get through me first.
Like-
Trust me, she's
Just like
just
pat someone on the back. She's a brick wall. Let me tell you.
Okay.
she's a brick.
Oh well, obviously,
Ouch.
very quietly. She's a brick goddamn wall.
And then as we get, you know what? So I had the pup mark the outside of the building and everything. Would it be possible, with the sound cover penalty, to do the regular pup inside, or would I be able to judge whether I should use the inside pup or the outside pup to make those calls?
It really wouldn't matter. I think you're sort of overcomplicating it a little bit, to be honest, because the pup already gave you an idea of who it could find inside the building.
Do we want to, sir? Do we want to surround them or just go straight at it? What's your strategy here?
Do we have multiple entry points?
Single entry point.
Well, then we have to go straight at it, don't we?
Well, I mean, we could like maybe yeah. All right, you're the boss.
So, what you notice when you move into this building is there are vacuum tubes from different places that are sort of strewn about the ceiling and the sides of the room. And these vacuum tubes are they're deposited over enormous tanks. And these tanks, which are about, 20 foot wide, 20 foot diameter, I should say, tanks, are filled to the brim with these enormous 2.5 foot wide fish. It's an aquaculture.
Are they normal fish?
Make an observation roll.
Do they look normal? I don't know, because I guess it's unknown species. So I mean,
Does
it could
it-
be like weird random fish.
Does it look like a fish?
If it looks like a fish
Haha!
and it swims like a fish, then it's a fish.
But
Is
is
it
it a
big?
fish?
Is it scaly?
It is
Does it look like a fish?
Is it a fish?
No, man. Then why you gotta treat him like a fish? Sorry. Why you gotta fuck him like a fish? What's the
Oh
line?
my god!
Yeah. It is a spotted, finned, wide-eyed, large, aquatic animal with sort of very small teeth at the top and bottom jaws. And there are just hundreds of them in this tank.
Oh, fun. Is there black goop in there?
You don't see any black goop, no.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
At least they're not piranhas.
They got teeth about yay big. That's about piranha size.
So, no, go ahead, please, Ryder. Finish.
Never
Did
mind.
you
Never
want
mind.
that?
Okay.
Did you watch that piranhas vid that I lent you the other day? Is that what you're asking?
So, as you guys move closer into the main area of the complex, you do happen to notice as well that there is a vacuum tube, a main vacuum tube that seems to be sort of branched out to all of these different tanks. And every once in a while you hear and a sort of a group of these fish sort of struggle against the current and are pulled through the vacuum tube to another portion of the complex. And then you hear the release of the vacuum, and then the fish continue to swim around.
Huh.
Interesting. How close are we on that target, Kulhavy?
Yeah, based on the pop, you think that you're probably within 10 meters.
Okay.
Summers, are you up for breaching?
Yeah, someone's got it.
I'm on Overwatch.
All right.
Okay.
Fall in behind Summers, everybody. Hey, as soon as we break in, you don't have to surround the target, but make sure nobody's caught in crossfire.
Crossfire.
All right. Station, what, a little bit to the left, so that we've all got multiple angles of.
Just place yourself on the map in terms of relative distance to one another and from one another, just so I have an understanding of where you guys are.
So, like,
And this is a closed door we're looking at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I'm talking about is, like, you ever seen the police line up at a door, and they have the breach guy in the front, and then they have the
that's
stack
what I'm
behind them, and then he just like pushes the back, just like, like that, just giving the hand signals and stuff.
Okay. So you guys are what, like 10 feet apart, 20 feet apart?
I'd say more like we should be like way close together, like we're stacked.
How big is the breaching charge before we answer that question?
Oh, do we have? Are you going to use a breaching charge?
Not that big.
I don't got a breaching charge.
No,
Okay,
just
so you can have a-
break the
So we're
door
just
in.
gonna breach the door. Yeah. If we're not blowing a breaching charge,
No.
and we're just breaking. Oh wait, hold on. Think like a rogue. Think like a rogue. Okay.
Why would you? Why would you
Think
want to be
like
a rogue? Why would
like
you
a-
want to be a wait? I heard the rug.
No, think like a rogue, not
No,
like a
like a
rug.
rogue. I would like to make an observation on the sealed door to see if there's anything possibly dangerous on the other side. Because every once in a while I remember we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Fair.
Can't tell.
Yeah,
Door open.
make an investigation. I mean, no, I'm just kidding.
So listen, you asked a loaded question.
Do you have
made me
these
overthink
tools?
it.
If
You
you're
have
not proficient in
succeeded in
these
making me
tools,
crazy.
Kulhavy.
Well, technically, I have Comtech tools, and it is a
Okay,
technical
well, what
door.
if it's not an electronic lock?
Well, then maybe I should just stop double guessing everything you say, but I can't stop it. So
That's
here we are.
impossible. You second guess everything I say. Why did I all of a
I
sudden
know.
become like the fucking the goose that's loose?
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's
Summers
the Groose. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. All right.
Summers
Serious
are
face.
scared.
Serious face. Yeah. The goofier I get, the more trouble you guys are all in. All right. Kulhavy, go ahead and just make an observation. Straight up observation.
Great. Not Rip Torn, Rip Taylor. Either way.
Rip
Screw it.
torn.
Old reference. Nobody got it.
I got it.
Rip Torn is totally different. 2 successes.
You don't notice anything on the door of this of the room to where you saw this guy.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, I think the door's good. Listen,
Okay.
booby traps. I don't know. You got me worried. Aliens. Now there's people trying to kill people. I don't know. Listen.
I picked
Twitchy now, okay, man? I'm just a little worried. I came out of cryo sleep, and this is a shit ton more than I expect to be signed up for when I rejoined a platoon.
You do
This
not
is
know.
not what I was fucking lining up for.
Kulhavy is trembling quite a lot.
Yeah,
Kulhavy,
I'm gonna work that
Kulhavy,
back into it. Stop
cool.
overthinking.
Just stop thinking. Remember what I said.
Knock on his helmet
Are you,
twice.
Are you trying to get him to not panic, Groose?
Oh yeah, no, I could. Actually, you know what?
Make a command roll. I'm gonna put a little
Get it-
marker on here that say he's a little
Get a
red
hold of
marker.
yourself. All right.
Get a hold of yourself, man. Make a command roll.
Shit.
Make a panic roll.
Fuck.
No, not enough. Groose. Okay.
Never
You
feel.
s-
That's
No,
eight.
you
That's
told
eight
me there was
possible.
black
That's an
goop I needed
8?
to
Okay,
shoot,
okay,
and
so-
now there's people with
so the command roll
flutes
is
and neck
good.
twisting.
the command roll is good,
But I shiver anyway.
but you start trembling, and you get a -2 modification as well. So
Okay,
so
great.
it sort of transfers off of you to Groose.
That's fine. I'll take it. Does it increase my
Thanks,
stress
Bruce.
or
I
anything?
appreciate it.
Strange how stress moves from one person to another.
Does it increase stress or does it just
No,
shake?
it-
No, it
just,
just gives you the -2
minus
to
two.
agility. Who else got
Okay,
that? Someone
cool.
else did. I think that might have been you, Summers.
No, I haven't. I dropped.
No, I think it
something
was Groose and Kulhavy that had the twitches.
earlier.
Oh yeah, because I had the twitch in the
Yeah.
room by myself.
Oh
That's
well,
why
if you
nobody
already
cared.
got it, then it steps you up one.
No, it was
It was
the other one, the lower one. Hang on, what was
Yeah.
that
Nervous
one?
twitch.
Because there's the shakes and then there's the twitch.
Yeah,
Oh.
I thought you
Two
both
different
had.
things.
I thought you both had tremble.
No. I had the. Where's the panic? Where is it? There it is. I had the Nervous
the
twitch,
nervous
which was
twitch?
7.
Okay, cool.
This is the tremble at 8.
Yeah.
Super. All right. So now you're trembling, and Kulhavy's not. Super. All right.
Correct.
Yep.
And I will use the command stunt.
My God, you guys have so much stress. Oh my God.
Okay. So to get a hold of yourself, you have a +1. There you go. Not that that does anything, but there you go.
I mean, guess I just take a deep breath and take a hold of myself.
It's just like you see Groose just like, shit. Summer's on your count. You go.
All right. 3, 2. I'm gonna picture the door as Yazzie, and then 1, kick through that door.
The door flies open, and you're all stacked up. And
don't move.
there is, in fact, a guy who sort of whips around. He's in a green poncho, and he's got this look on his face like, huh!
Target acquired.
Yeah, he's like sort of a thin-faced guy, sunken eyes, sort of pale skin, and a mohawk. You see he's like very vascular, and he's wearing, well, you can't see what he's wearing other than this green poncho, and he sort of turns to you, he's like, what the fuck, man?
Who the fuck are you?
It's like, oh, well, I mean, you go ahead.
I'm Jim. Who the fuck are you?
Bullshit check.
Bullshit check. Sure, make an observation.
I'm Jim!
Can I still make bullshit
fucking
checks
say, Jim.
if I'm not Matt?
I mean, let me tell you something. He is... okay.
Shit, he's Jim!
Shit. He is Jim.
Panic roll of 7, which after the 8 and the 9, I think just stays at the original 9, so. All right.
Yeah, I mean...
Somebody stops me from pulling a gun on Jim.
It's very likely that his name could be Jim, his name could not be Jim. You're not quite sure. He's just like, he's sort of like...
It's your last name, Jim.
He stuttered for a second. He's like, who wants to know?
We're USCMC. Who the hell are you?
He's like looking around. He's like... And then he's like, his eyes slowly come back to you, and then throws the poncho off, and he is wearing black armor. And he pulls out from under the poncho an enormous triple-barreled shotgun.
Unload.
Overwatch.
Fire.
I want it.
I was on Overwatch.
That's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
Fuck!
Yeah, I mean, I would assume since we were stacked up like that, we had Overwatch, but we didn't say we did, so we don't get it.
No,
So.
I remember.
I said I was on.
Ryder
I said-
Oh, you did? You did?
Yeah.
We'll have to go
Ryder
back
and
to the
Masters
tape.
always say
We're
it,
gonna have
but-
to go back to the tape to figure out who's
I
what.
said I.
So what we're gonna do is, first of all, a couple things. Overwatch, totally fine. We'll remember that for next time. The more important thing is that when you start to are bearing down on this guy, out of the corners of your vision, you hear and you're like, fuck, because there's 2 more guys on the balustrades, both with black armor and pulse rifles.
Not picks him up though.
We'll find out next time.
Oh, fuck me. I know why. All right.
Please enlighten us, Kulhavy.
You killed us, Kulhavy. You killed us.
Because they're androids, mother.
You're not quite sure. Who knows?
Fuck.
We
No,
don't know.
Patrick is pretty confident. Kulhavy has no idea.
Well, I guess we'll just have to find out who these 3 guys are.
When we come back to Masters and a whole new gang of players.
Yeah, really.
And yeah, that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Triple
you gonna
barrel
do?
shotgun sounds really cool, though.
Fastest
Triple
I've ever
barrel
killed any of my own
shotgun.
Characters.
I want it,
Yeah, really.
but I can't. I don't. It's too many guns.
More. Just why not have more guns? Who the hell cares?
Say I shouldn't carry it because it would make way too much noise for a scout character, but also like
No kidding.
it could be so cool.
What the hell is that even?
We shall see what exactly occurs in this lovely fight. Once I get a really cool map, which I'm pretty sure I will be getting from our friend Jesper Nielsen Siren for this fight. So, with that said, we're going to say farewell. That is the end of our session 8. When we come back to session 9, it'll probably be sometime in December, I think, considering the holidays and all that jazz. But Anyone have anything else to say before we begin to say goodbye to all of our friends here in our lovely place of Aliens RPG?
Something's definitely fishy here.
Oh, God damn it. Jesus Christ, Jonathan.
I walked away from.
You get shot first.
Why do I ask? Why do I fucking ask?
And the dab too.
Why do I ask?
It's also really hard not to play a character who can make puns intentionally. It's very frustrating. I let a lot of things go by today. I wasn't expecting to.
All right, so let's say goodbye. I'm gonna throw a little slow rock that you would probably hear on the tam-tam. Nice. All right.
Really? They're rocking out up on the tam-tam?
Yeah, I mean, you know. After
now?
Well, this is the rock. This
Best
is the music,
use of
like
the comms.
you know. This is the music that you would hear like on the tam if you were like, you know, chilling out there rather than
okay.
trying not to die up here.
In a space fight, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So let's
never?
yeah, probably never. Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and let's see, what am I gonna do here? Yeah. Let's where am I going about this? Okay, let me go to here. Let me turn this on. Let me turn this off. And let me turn this off. Yeah, cool. Here we go. All right, let's go over to this guy, James, aka the man, the myth, the legend, Iron Wolf. So, James, where can people find you on the internet?
You can usually find me on Twitter at IronWolf616. And there I post various things, sometimes anime stuff, sometimes video game stuff, sometimes models that you can kind of see in the background down there.
Ooh, this is looking good, dude.
Yeah, I got a couple more actually. I think the most recent one is, I don't know if you can see him back there, but it's like a little guy right near. Actually, let me go get it.
That's like squinty as shit. I would like have to. Yeah,
hold on.
Just go get
Here.
it. Let's see it. Let's see the model. Everybody wants to show off their shit, which is cool. I like it. All right, let's see it. Come on, bring it on over. Don't drop it. Fuck's sake, man. Don't drop it. Oh shit!
Nice.
This is a figure eyes, I think. It's from Monster Hunter.
Oh
It's
damn!
a Zenogre.
Great.
That's
pretty cool,
great,
yeah.
man.
These figure eyes always makes really good.
Do they
stuff,
come
but, like,
pre-painted, or do you have to paint it as well?
It's like you see the sockets and stuff, and there's like other interchangeable parts. They all come disassembled, and you got to put them together. So,
But
like,
they're
each
painted,
one's gonna
right?
be- Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm not good at painting, and I don't have any room to do so. So, you know, you do, not me.
But you're
I'm bad at
you're the maker, and I'm the painter, so that it works.
There you go.
It all works in
I
tandem.
mean, I could make stuff, send it to you to paint. I mean, you know, I could do that.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
But for now, that's just the stuff that I do every so often.
Thank you so much. And let's move on down then, shall we? Move on down to the gentleman down here in the bottom right-hand corner. That is Jonathan. Jonathan, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at freshly_zested and on Instagram at blue4orange. And this month is going to be Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be smoking a turkey. That post is going to come up around that time. I'm pretty excited. I got a beautiful bird from Butcher Box, around 14 pounds. It's going to be great.
Cool.
God, smoking those turkeys, yo. Can't be waiting
Really
too long.
underrated way to do it.
I mean, it's either that or pop them in those giant, like, things that kill people with the flash fryers or whatever. Those giant, like, oil fryer things.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? You mean like an oven?
No. It's like a giant, like, whatever. You know what I mean.
Like the big industrial fryer. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
with the
what you mean,
fucking
yeah.
oil that everybody like fucks
Yeah.
up and it's like, oh, I got these third-degree burns. I don't know why, because I use these things and I have no idea what to do. What I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Down here, directly below me, you've got Sarah at Lovely Llama. You can catch her doing all kinds of really cool stuff, including lots of things about her cat and tattoos and art, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, that's Sarah. You can catch her there. Yeah, she's all over our channel. She'll be tomorrow on our Ravenloft stuff too.
Twitter, Instagram, and something else. I think.
Yeah. I think it's just Twitter and Instagram. I could be wrong, but whatever.
She might have a YouTube channel somewhere, but
She does have a YouTube channel, but I don't think she uses it that much. But mostly YouTube and Twitter and Instagram. All right, down here, bottom left-hand corner, we've got Scepter. Scepter, where can people find you on the internet?
Should find me at
Yes.
Shut up, Richard.
Is Richard fucking doing some shit? Tell him to.
No, he's
Yeah.
not even here actually.
Oh, okay. Then who are you looking at?
Yeah. What?
I was like,
What are you talking to?
Who are you talking to?
Is that the ghost that I left there the other day?
Probably still trying to stab him one day, but yes. But anyways, you'll find me on Twitter at KRandom, where I'm usually posting a bunch of random bullshit these days, especially with art, shenanigans, nerd stuff, including D&D. And always still trying to find more goddamn commissions because I freaking love them.
Hells yes.
Remember to call you an exorcist for that stabbing ghost there, buddy, because that seems pretty serious. I'm just saying.
To work on that.
Yeah, but fine.
Whatever. Moving. This guy.
Follow that.
Pat, work it through it. Go, do your thing.
Sure. Yeah. As always, you can find me as part of Cast Party. I am now a DM who has run 2 sessions and gotten reviews. So I guess I'm still a DM for Cast Party. I also do private whiskey tastings with my company Bar Rover, barrover.com, at Pat Marin and at The Bar Rover on Instagram. If you're looking for any of those things, or you can find me behind the bar in Hell's Kitchen most of the time. That's what I do for a living.
Fantastic. Thank you, Pat. Hi, everybody. I'm Matt G. I'm the game master for this game, DM for another one, and DM for, I think, yet another one somewhere on this channel. But mostly, I'm the guy who kind of helps move things around and help people to do fun stuff here, RPGs and elsewhere. So hopefully you enjoyed being on our channel, and thank you guys for all of the amazing success. We've just passed 800 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm kind of a little bit agog at. And we still are, we're still growing. We still have lots of fun stuff coming down the pike. So thank you for all of your support. And speaking of thank yous, today is a very important day. It's Veterans Day here in the United States, and we thank all of our veterans, past and present, of course, for their service, without which many of the people who we know and love would not be here. And so we honor you and thank you for your service. And thank you for everything that you've done. Most of us who have never done anything similar or even remotely resembling the kind of sacrifices that you have made, and the kind of things that you've had to endure, we wouldn't have any idea of the kind of efforts that you have had to undergo to do that. So again, we thank you for your service. So that said, we are going to say goodnight, and we will catch you next time. Tomorrow, actually, we've got Ravenloft, episode number 3. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. But until next time, folks, as I always say, remember, take care of each other, but don't forget to take care of yourselves. Thanks so much for watching, folks. Have a great rest of the week and the weekend. We'll see you soon. Good night.